There are three things we Nettleton Raiders love. We love our school, we love America, and we love getting our trucks fixed up at Russell's Truck Accessories. Russell's Truck Accessories is the greatest place on earth to make your truck look sharp. If Russell's were a bird, they'd be a bald eagle. If they were a nation, they would be the United States of America. The greatest nation on God's green earth. Thanks in part to Russell's Truck Accessories.
Nettleton students will do anything for the Spirit Stick.
Would you ding dong ditch Coach Massey?
That old man? Any day.
Dad, coming!
Would you get tased by Officer Watts?
Yes. Okay. Raider pride.
Would you cannonball into the Raider River?
Would I? Hold my mullet.
What would you do for the Spirit Stick?
When the Raiders have wrecks, they call collision repair. Back in 1986, Nettleton's Jeff Edgar was smashing baseballs. He hit the first home run in Raider baseball history. These days, he's fixing smashed cars at Collision Repair. Collision Repair's staff is second to none, and their facilities are world class. They'll get you fixed up and back on the road in no time. Collision Repair. It's where the Raiders go when the Raiders have wrecks.
We are Raiders. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, it sounds like we're in a Raider Pride ad. That means something awesome's about to happen.
Raider Pride, brother. Fire the thing in here. Dinger!
Hey, run.
At Nettleton, we got that Raider pride.
Because Raider Pride is justified.
We are Raiders. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
What the heck?
Yeah, I'm a junior. Does it matter? You do that for me? Really? Oh, I'll like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's DJ from Nettleton.
That sounds like a really good deal.
DJ from Nettleton at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's DJ from Nettleton.
What are you wearing, DJ from Nettleton?
A black and gold Raider Pride shirt.
She sounds hideous.
Well, it's DJ, so.
Another reason why Raider Pride is justified.
A lot has changed since the 1950s, but one thing has remained the same. Sue's Drugstore is still keeping Nettleton healthy. Albert and Shirley Sue founded Sue's Drug in 1959, and today their grandson Tyler continues their tradition of fast, friendly, professional service. Sue's Drugstore, keeping Raider Pride healthy and alive since 1959.
The Nettleton Raiders present Messing with Miller.
There he is. Let's get him. Let's go get that jabroni. Y'all check this out.
Nettleton High School, feed your Raider pride.
From the first time you held on to the time you let go, life is a series of unforgettable firsts. The ones that are planned and the ones that take you by surprise. We celebrate and support these firsts as we travel this journey with you, because firsts are what life is all about. First Community Bank, where community comes first.
I first noticed it when he started school here at Nettleton.
There he is.
Who's got that Raider pride? We've got that Shh. Raider pride, brother. Raider pride, brother.
So we're going to pick up today chapter 23. Can anybody tell me what page that's on?
89.
Salo, why are you the way that you are?
But you know, some of the stuff he does is actually pretty cool. Here's Jimmy.
Who's Jimmy?
Raider Pride can't save you from becoming Mr. Miller, but it can give you the best high school experience ever. Raider Pride is justified.
For Terry Gray, rice farming isn't a profession, it's a way of life. As owner of Delaplaine Seed Company, Terry's been the region's rice tech leader for more than a decade. In the summer, Terry's not behind a desk. He can be found in rice fields giving advice, or he can be on your farm helping you put more bushels in your tanks and money in your pocket. From securing your hybrid rice to free on-farm delivery, let Terry help you be more profitable this season. Delaplaine Seed Company.
They say being a Raider is about more than just going to school. They say being a Raider is about our community, about tradition. Kindergarten at Nettleton is about teachers that I love, learning that is fun. It's really about pride in what we do and who we are becoming. Raider Pride is justified. Raider Pride forever.
Hi, I'm Trish Merritt with A Beautiful Mess Salon. I'm a proud graduate of Nettleton High School and a big supporter of the Raiders. I've been at A Beautiful Mess since we opened in September of 2015. I love to take care of my Raider family, like I take care of the legendary Miss T. So feel free to set up an appointment today. Call 870-520-6039. Raider Pride is justified. Raider Pride forever.
Looking for a school can be like super overwhelming. You kind of have those fears as a parent that, oh my gosh, the school that I'm gonna pick, it's gonna determine their future and everything else. You know, it's a big choice that you have because you wanna make sure you're gonna put them in a school where they can continue their whole journey. I'm really super glad we started at Nettleton. It was relief that we had found a school where we felt comfortable sending our child. I felt like any situation he'd get put into, he would be able to succeed.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Raider Football on NTV. Tonight it is Nettleton versus Batesville at Batesville. My name is Craig Miller. I am joined along ringside by my tag team partner tonight, Coach Jason Smith. Coach Smith, thank you for being willing to join us on the broadcast tonight, sir.
Well, you know, I realize that you probably scraped the absolute bottom of the barrel, but no, I appreciate you having me. I'm excited to do this, but hopefully we can get a Raider win.
Well, everybody else told me no. Everybody else that works for the school in any way, shape, or form, they were busy tonight. So,
I understand.
So Coach Smith, the head coach of the state champion Nettleton Lady Raider basketball team, kind enough to join us on the broadcast. His son, Bo Kid Smith, one of the starters for the Raiders, starting as a sophomore. I know that Coach is very proud of Bo. And Coach, I'm very proud that the Raiders are 0-0 on the season right now.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You know, non-conference play is in the books. You learn, you get better, and it all you know comes down to being ready for the 5A East. And you know, I think that our ball club, you know, has some really good expectations, and you know, I'm excited to see them perform tonight and moving forward.
It is the Conference 5A East opener tonight, and we open with a tough one. The always tough Batesville Pioneers. It's a great football tradition here at Batesville. It's a great football town. The fans are streaming in as the weather is just perfect. It's 77 degrees and fair out there, so good night for high school football. Should be a heck of a game. The Raiders are coming in 1-2 on the season. They beat Blytheville in their opening contest, and they've dropped two straight. They lost a close one to Pocahontas, 35-27. And then they were blown out by a very good Mountain Home team 2 weeks ago. Coach, that Mountain Home team was for real.
Yeah, they were. And you know, it kind of came out of nowhere. But if you look a little deeper at their roster, they had a lot of seniors who with a lot of experience, started for 3 years, you know, in the 6A. And, you know, they got a new coaching staff, and you know, they had a lot of excitement. I actually watched them last week, watched their YouTube game against Batesville. And, they're a lot of fun to watch. And I think Mountain Home is going to continue to surprise people. They have a lot of nice talent on offense and defense.
Speaking of Batesville, that is our opponent tonight, the Batesville Pioneers. They're coming in 1-2 on the season. They defeated Greenbrier in Week 1. Then they lost to the 6A state champion Searcy Lions in Week 2. Then last week they were defeated by Mountain Home 49-45. So, but like we said, both teams 0-0 in conference. Both of them coming in 1-2. Overall. We're going to tell you about the Raider starters here in just a moment. I believe the Batesville band is keying up to play our national anthem. We never want to talk over that, so we will let you hear the fine young men and young ladies of the Batesville band do the national anthem as soon as they start. It may be senior night or something, Coach. It looks like they're
I think they're recognizing some kids out there.
So I don't think it's going to offend anybody if we talk over that.
No, I think we'll be all right.
Yes. The starters for the Raiders on offense, offensive line, the starters from Week 1 are back. Alan Campbell at left tackle. Left guard is Ryan Crawford. The center, the always reliable and the very cerebral and just been an outstanding leader on that offensive line for 3 years now. I'm talking about the pilot himself, Cooper Williams. On the right side of the line, there is senior Jacob Tarpley, young man I got a whole lot of respect for, just an outstanding young man, and probably the strongest guy on the team, Big Moses Williams. He is a junior. He is built like a mountain, and he is an anchor on that right side of the offensive line. My son Kobe is a scout team all-star, and he has to go up against Moses every day. He comes in, Coach, and he's like dragging in. He's like, Moses, just kill me today.
It's like he had a match with King Kong Bundy. But, yeah, Moses is, and just you got to watch for those quiet guys. You got to watch out for the quiet guys, and Moses is an outstanding young man, and probably pound for pound, the strongest Raider we have.
Thankfully, he's on our team, so that's a good Raider offensive line. In the backfield, Raider junior Cameron Scarlett getting his third start. And I've been impressed with Cameron so far this year. He's done a very good job running the football. The passing game still hasn't really got to the point where we're expecting it, I would say, Coach. I think that's fair to say. But you talk about a young man who is a gamer. When the lights come on Friday nights, he runs the pigskin and he runs it hard.
Yeah. No one wants to win more than Cameron on this ball team. And he's another one of those kids that leads by example. He's going to leave it all out there tonight, and I think the rest of the boys follow suit.
In the backfield with Cameron is the running back, Orion Pugh. And Orion has had a very good year this year. He's a kid who's actually one of our virtual students. This crazy time that we live in, not all the guys on the team come to school. So we don't see Orion in the hallways, but he's been making his presence known every Friday night under the lights. Runs hard between the tackles, works out all the time. He's a weight room gym rat. I guess, I don't know if that's a proper term or not, but he's in the weight room a bunch, and it's showing. That's a strong young man, and he's done a good job running the ball inside this year.
Yeah, he reminds me of the kid that played for the Razorbacks a few years back, Peyton Hillis. Kind of has that north-south running style. He puts his head down and goes hard. And Orion just continues to get better.
The wide receivers, the starters are senior Kyle Tolley, sophomore Jalen Scales, sophomore Bo Kidd Smith, and junior Ken Warren McShann. And, Coach, I know we mentioned Bo earlier, but I know you got to be very proud of your son starting as a sophomore on a good 5A East football team.
Yeah, well, and obviously I am, and I was really proud of the work that he put in during quarantine. He kind of made his mind up, April, May, June, July, that he wasn't going to, sit back and eat Cheetos on the couch, that he's going to work, and it's paying off, and he's still got a ways to go. He's learning from guys like Kyle Tolley, Cameron Scarlett, Quad Brown, just trying to soak up as much experience and knowledge as they have, and just tries to keep getting better every day.
He also landed a lead role in the NTV Totally Awesome 80s music video that'll be coming out here in just a few weeks, so I know you got to be proud about that as well.
I'm pretty excited for the premiere, really am.
On the defensive side of things, the defensive line, the Raiders are going with the four-man front tonight, and I believe we are about to have the national anthem. I'll tell you about that four-man front and the other defensive starters as soon as they there we go. All right, so we're about to stand for the national anthem, and we will tell you about the defensive starters after we pay honor to our great nation. Outstanding job by the Batesville band playing our nation's anthem, and we are here at Batesville about 6.5 minutes away from kickoff. I do want to say a shout out to my usual tag team partner tonight, Coach Keith Thomas. He's always kind enough to travel no matter where we're going. Last game, he went all the way to Mountain Home to do these broadcasts. Really appreciate Coach Thomas. He brings an awful lot of football knowledge and does a good job on the broadcast. He's at a wedding tonight. One of your former players getting married, Morgan Peterson.
Yeah, I know, and that was the thing is I was supposed to be there too, and then my dadgum son had to, be playing football and all. But and that's the thing. When you asked me to do this, I was thinking, all right, Coach Pat Massey, Coach Keith Thomas, and then a girls basketball coach. So I know how far down you had to reach, but hopefully I don't embarrass you, and hopefully I can live up to a little bit of their standards.
That's the voice of Coach Jason Smith, who's calling color for me tonight. And just to even things out, one of the Lady Raiders basketball games this year, I'll have Pat Massey call color.
I would love that. And if you don't mind, if you could record that one so I can listen to it later on,
just to see how he does. So a little bit out of his comfort zone tonight, but we really do appreciate Coach Smith watching the game from the broadcast booth. The defensive starters for the Raiders tonight, a four-man front. Jorge Salas, who had an ankle injury, was not able to play in the Mountain Home game, but he is healed up and he is back on the starting line at defensive end. The other defensive end is junior Javonte Wallace, wears number 24, which is a very strange number for a defensive lineman to wear. You'd think he'd be a cornerback or something with that
I've seen Javonte run. He can run like a corner. He's a good athlete.
That may be why he's got 24. They may have initially had him in the secondary. Just moved him up. The interior lineman, the nose guard, making his first varsity start on the defensive line is Jordan Pegram, a sophomore, another sophomore getting a start tonight. And Coach, I know you're like me. You grew up watching these boys play Pop Warner football. Yep. Jordan Pegram's been a good player for a long time.
He really has, and he's just, he's really kind of filling out and growing taller, and I mean, he's got a chance, whether it's football or basketball or whatever he does, he's got a chance to be special, and you won't meet a nicer, kinder kid than Jordan. You just won't.
I think the good Lord did us all a favor when he made somebody as big as Jordan Pegram and put such a kind heart inside of that
exactly
young man.
Right.
Because,
yeah.
If he had a bad temperament, it could be nothing but trouble for sure. Jordan's dad is James Pegram, great basketball player at Arkansas State University. He actually, in the history of ASU, they've made one NCAA tournament, and James Pegram was on that team.
Sure was. He was on that team.
So we are glad to have and if you don't mind, watch the coin toss for me while I go through the rest of these names.
Yes, sir.
Jordan Pegram getting a start tonight. Justin Livingston also starting. He's starting at defensive tackle. So that's the defensive front. Salas, Pegram, Livingston, and Wallace. It looks like Cooper Williams, who is the captain for the Raiders. We'll find out in just a second if he did a good job. Actually, he won the toss.
He won the toss. He did a great job, and he deferred.
Deferred to the second half, so Batesville will be receiving the opening kickoff, and Nettleton will be defending. Coach, you know your direction is probably better than I do. Is that the west end zone?
I would think that's probably the west end zone.
Since the sun's setting in that direction.
Yep,
so
that's a good call.
Yes. So tonight, I can hear Coach Dover hollering, "You run north and south, run north and south." You don't want to say that tonight.
No, not tonight, not tonight. And we are actually playing the Fighting Coach Dovers tonight.
That's right.
This was always a big game for him for a lot of reasons.
Well, he was one of the guys that turned me down doing color. So
at least Coach Dover's one rung higher than I is.
He's higher than a whole lot of folks for sure. I would have loved to have had Coach Dover here at his alma mater, the Batesville Pioneers. But even though he graduated from here, you know who he'd be rooting for.
Yeah, he bled back black and gold. There's no doubt.
He is a Nettleton Raider for sure. The linebackers tonight, we got 2 inside linebackers, 2 outside linebackers. The inside linebackers is Blake Brown, another sophomore getting the start. Martise Buchanan, senior. He wears number 28. Blake Brown is number 32. Outside linebackers, Kobe Bradley and Bernard Turner. That is the linebacking crew as the Raiders are making their way toward the sideline. And the defensive secondary, cornerback, number 5, Markellen Barber. Cornerback, number 12, Juan Badillo. And free safety, number 10, Dorian Tucker. All 3 of those guys are juniors. So when you look at this Raiders starting lineup, Coach, whole lot of juniors, whole lot of sophomores. This is a good young team.
It is, and it goes back to 2 years ago when they won the 5A East championship in junior high. A lot of these kids, had roles in that, and then you have some seniors who have worked hard and got better, and I'm anxious to see us compete tonight. I'm really anxious to see the tweaks that we made on defense. I think that we may surprise Batesville.
Well, we're about 1 minute away from kickoff. Just a festive atmosphere here tonight at Batesville. Beautiful campus, great-looking field. And I promise you, with COVID regulations, these stands are as full as they can be here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. This is Friday Night Lights. It may be Friday Night Lights 2020, but Batesville's done a nice job. I noticed they have their end zone. They've got bleachers in the end zone. They even have some chairs down there. So I'm going to say about as many people from Independence County as can be here tonight are here. And then we've got a nice little crowd hanging out over there.
Yeah, good crowd has traveled, and we really do appreciate those of you who weren't able to travel, and you are spending your Friday evening with us. We are very glad to have you along for the broadcast. We're about 15 seconds away from kickoff, and the Raiders will be kicking off, and it's Ken Warren McShann. We've had a little bit
Kendrick
of
Kendrick McShann.
That's Kendrick McShann, not Ken Warren.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
so
Kendrick.
sorry
That's Kendrick. A relative cousin. But I thought Kendrick did a really nice job filling in. At Mountain Home. He's a good little kicker himself.
He really did, and our thoughts, prayers with Joseph Newhung, who was our kicker in the first couple of games. He's having some health issues, and he's unable to dress out tonight. We hope to get Joseph back on the field real soon.
Yep.
But Kendrick did a great job at Mountain Home, and he's about to kick this thing off, and we are just about to get underway. Kick is received at the 25-yard line. Tackle made by Nettleton's number 32, Blake Brown. That was Mason Sifford on the return. So Batesville's going to be starting with pretty good field position. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 38.
Yeah, and I think, that was kind of by design. We did a little directional kick there and just didn't want to kick it deep to their athletes, and we'll let them have it at the 38.
Better than them breaking a big one, that's
Absolutely.
for sure.
Yep.
Two receivers to the left, two referees to the right.
Checking out the new Apple Watch that guy got. He's showing all the things it'll do.
So we got some clock trouble already. They'll get things straightened out the starting quarterback is Eli Livingston, senior, and he is a good one.
He's a dandy. He's a good one. Watched him last week.
He's from under center, which is something you don't see very often. Sweep running right. That was Taylor Doherty on the stop, and I believe that was Juan Badillo who tackled him, but not before he got a first down.
Yeah, it wasn't. And if you'll watch Batesville here, they run in about 4 running backs. There won't be any kid who carries it 30 times tonight, but all 4 of them bring something different to the table, and they're all good. We need to shore that up a little bit.
Livingston from under center. He has got 2 receivers near side. In motion is number 34. It's another little sweep running off right tackle. He's stopped by a host of Raiders. We'll get you that young man's name here in just a second. Looks like that's number 31. That was Ethan Ridgel on the carry. Gain of 8 is 2nd and 2.
Yeah, and then they got the anthracite look going tonight, and sometimes that orange is hard to see, so it may take us a little bit longer to get the numbers, but yet another tailback getting a carry.
Well, the good news is the Batesville people are probably listening to their own live stream, so they won't be offended.
Yeah, they won't be mad at you.
We'll try to get we'll get the Nettleton names for sure. That is Wallace leading the tackle on that, and he was – looks like he stopped him. Well, I started to say he stopped him short of the first down, but he got just enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, so it seemed to be a little bit of a favorable spot, but it was going to be 3rd and an inch either way. So 1st and 10, it's time for the Raiders to make a stand. Let's make a stand now, boys.
Javante Wallace, Jordan Pegram, Justin Livingston, Jorge Salas on the line for the Raiders. 4-man front tonight, and Livingston going from the gun. So Batesville showing that they can go multiple here. I say he's going for the gun. As soon as I said that, he goes under center, Coach. 2 receivers far side, 2 near side, 34 in motion. It's another little sweep. Number 19, he has got a first down, and he is hammered out of bounds. Unfortunately, we're going to be flagged for a late hit.
Yeah, we are, and you know, we've got to know where the boundary is, but also over there, it looked like Badillo may have got held. It looks like those hands were up underneath his shoulder pads, and he got turned, and that sprung that power sweep. But, you know, yeah, we've got to know where that boundary is. We don't need to give them 15 more or half the distance.
So we'll await the signal from the man in the white hat.
So we'll take that.
They're calling walking against.
They got to travel. There's a travel there, so that ought to be Raider ball. Oh wait, no, different sport.
I knew you would struggle with the transition.
Yeah, there's a travel.
Illegal procedure. That's a dead ball foul, so they'll bring that back.
Yep.
Well, we caught a break right there because
really
that was a 15-yard penalty, or maybe halfway to the goal line. Anyway,
yeah,
in any event, they're going to be set up.
Yeah, either way, that's a 40-yard swing. You know, and our guys have got to take advantage. We need to show a little emotion out there, and somebody make a play, and let's get old Mo on our side.
Well, it seems to me it ought to be 1st and 15 here, Coach, but I guess we should be glad of what we got. It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 38. Livingston again from under center. Good old-fashioned power football, running right side. That is number 19. He is tackled downfield by Deniquius Willis, but another Batesville first down.
Yeah, and it was, and they just outnumbered us over there. You know, they brought the kid in motion, and they overloaded that side, and you just had on a hat. We didn't have enough.
Hurry-up offense by the Pioneers. Sweep right side. Number 19, again, he is tackled by Jorge Salas, but he is inside the 10-yard line, and that looks like it's going to be first down and goal to go from maybe the 8-yard line.
Yeah, and it's you know, we're gonna figure out those overload sets. You know, they're just trying to outnumber us, and we'll get it figured out. We just need to get a stop right here.
Running left side, number 31. He has got a little bit of real estate. Juan
Nice
Badillo
job, Blake. Ball.
ball fumble, but I believe he's going to be ruled out of bounds. He was reaching for the pylon, and he fumbled it. So nice job over there by Juan Badillo preventing what looked like a touchdown from here, Coach.
Absolutely. And I became a cheerleader there for a minute. I hope that's okay.
That's fine.
But yeah, they had us outnumbered again. But our kids, they showed a little heart right there, and now we just need to let's get a negative play. Let's get a negative play right here.
Good effort there by Juan Badillo. From under center, Livingston going to take it himself, and he is met by a couple of 3 Raider defensive linemen. Falls forward.
No signal yet.
Here's where I have been known as a PA announcer to say touchdown Pioneers. Then
prematurely.
Have to walk that back.
I understand.
Yeah, it's just short of the goal line.
Yep.
If there was such a thing as a 6-inch line, that might be where the ball is.
Yep.
It's going to be 3rd down and goal to go. Big Jordan Pegram and Justin Livingston, 2 interior linemen there.
I think right here you almost got to gamble a little bit if you're the Raiders. You got to maybe show a stunt, show something, just to try to plug a gap quick, because you got to figure they're going to come at you quick and fast.
Pioneers quickly to the line, quarterback sneak straight up the gut, and this time Livingston is in with a touchdown with 8:40 remaining in the first quarter. Your score is Batesville 6, Nettleton 0. Livingston quarterback sneak, and you kind of see that coming when you saw them rushing up to the line there, Coach.
Yeah, and they'll do that. They have a couple plays here, and they're going to run the unconventional PAT right here, just kind of numbering you and seeing where you're sitting. But watch this kicker last week. He was really good, so maybe I'll jinx him.
Well, I definitely did that last week to the Mountain Home kicker.
Yeah, this guy, he was outstanding last week. And he's outstanding here tonight, too.
We didn't make it work that time.
Not yet.
Not yet. We'll keep on trying with that. So, score is 7-0 after the PAT kick. And so, a very impressive drive by Batesville, as they just didn't throw a pass. It was all run, just basic old-school power football. That's what Coach Dave King is known for.
Yeah, it is. And I think they wanted to probably send a message. After last week, that loss to Mountain Home that they got to have a bitter taste in their mouth. So I bet he challenged his guys this week, and they came out and played physical football, and so now it's our turn to answer.
And Raiders will try to do just that as they send out the kickoff return team. Looks like back deep is going to be Jalen Scales. I've been very impressed with how Jalen Scales has played this year. He's getting a lot of touches from the running back position. He's been spelling Orion some, and he's done a very good job. Mark Kellen Barber also back deep for the Raiders.
Yeah, with Scales, I mean, he just keeps getting better, and he reminds me a little bit of a Red Wolf that played a few years back, J.D. McKissick. At the high school level, to be a sophomore, to be bouncing around, a lot of swing passes and things, and he's only going to get better and stronger. So we're excited about Jalen.
Alejandro Medina is the kicker for Batesville, and he is a good one. He's kind of lining up like
and Batesville's known for this stuff. Watch the onside here.
He kicks it. It is received. Fair caught, actually, at the 22-yard line. That is Nettleton's Ken Warren McShann, who made the decision to play it safe. Not bad field position, just fair catch it and let your offense go to work.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's instructed to do that by the coaches, but I'm going to say that if the coaches knew there was 15 yards between him and the first Pioneer, he probably could have ran that one out a little bit.
So it's 1st and 10 Raiders. Kyle Tolley, single receiver near side, trips right. Scales, Bo Kid Smith, Ken Warren McShann. It's a keeper by that is Devontae Wesson on the carry. Gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, it looks like he got that first carry tonight. He's coming off an Orion's in. Might have just been a look that they saw that they wanted to try to go with that first play.
Yeah, Pugh back in, and he is in motion. Returns to the left side of Scarlett. Scarlett keeps it, made the read, and
nice
he
run.
is
good strong run.
down to the 28-yard line. Looks like he's going to be just about a yard short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. Good read there by the junior quarterback, Cameron Scarlett.
Yeah, absolutely, and it sets up a big play here early in the football game. We need to start putting first downs together, and it starts right here with this play. It's a big play right here. Let's go line.
Devontae Wesson, the senior, in the backfield with Scarlett. In motion is Scales. The give is to Wesson. He's running straight up the chute, and he is tackled, but I believe he falls forward and gets enough for the first down. Yes,
yep,
good spot, and he got the first down, so first down Raiders. Big play there.
Good strong running by Devontae there, and it's good to see a kid, a senior who, just kept working. Keep working. You never know when you get your shot, and he's had 2 early runs here, and he's looked good doing it. Look good doing it. Sets up a nice first down here.
Twins right, Twins left. In motion is Wesson. He is back in the backfield. Scarlett from the gun. Wesson down to the 38-yard line, and he is he's got another first down. So a good run there, another good run by Devontae Wesson.
Yeah, and we hope that is Devontae. I think Batesville didn't have him on their roster. We've got him as Devontae Wesson. We hope it is, but nonetheless, number 18 has had a nice opening drive.
Well, until we are corrected, we will say Devontae Wesson.
Yep.
Wesson, we believe, in motion. Trips right. Bo Kid Smith lined up tight end, and that's Wesson who gets the ball to the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 3, 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, and if we can just keep plugging away. Batesville's defense, I don't know how many yards they allowed last week, but they were gashed a little bit, and I believe they have some guys banged up. So there's some inexperience back there too. We need to take advantage of it.
Trips right, 2 receivers to the left. It's Kyle Tolley and Devontae Wesson. Smith, McShann, Scales right side. All alone is Cameron Scarlett. Quarterback draw. He's across midfield, first down and then some. He is dragging the Batesville defense with him. Heck of a run by Cameron Scarlett, first down Raiders.
Absolutely, and that's what we talked about in the pregame is just Cameron, above all else, he wants to win, and he's going to do whatever it takes to win, whether it's with his arm or in that case with his legs. But that's a run that deflates Batesville, and he carried 2 or 3 Pioneers. Outstanding run by Cameron.
Scarlett from the gun. Give is to Wesson. It's a little bit of running room. Spins and down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. 2nd down and 5. Raiders showing they can move the ball against this Pioneer defense.
Absolutely. Another nice run, and he gained another 2 or 3 yards right there on that spin move. He may have hit his X or his square, whatever it is, on the Xbox there for Madden, but that was a nice spin move and run.
Devontae Wesson getting most of the totes here in the early goings of the first quarter. 3 receivers wide right. This time Scarlett keeps it.
Great read.
And he takes it to the house. Cameron Scarlett with a touchdown run. Heck of a read by the junior quarterback, and excellent run by Cameron Scarlett. Touchdown Raiders.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what else it was. I don't know if it was accidental or on purpose, but Wesson, he carried out his fake, and he took 3 Pioneers with him. And that's all Cameron needed to see to sprint to the end zone, and hopefully we can get this thing knotted up.
Kendrick McShann on to attempt the extra point. Kyle Tolley with the hold. Good snap, good hold. The kick is no good. So with 5:35 remaining in the first quarter, the score is Batesville 7, Nettleton 6. Would have loved to have had that point after kick go through the uprights, but Coach, that was a very good drive and a good answer by the Raiders.
Oh yeah. It was exactly right. We answered their drive with the drive of our own. Our young kicker hooked it a little bit there, but if we can run the football just like we did tonight, we're gonna be in this thing all night. Get a turnover or 2 on defense. We're due for those, and when we can get those turnovers, I think that we can turn them into points. And that PAT right there, that's not gonna hurt us.
Cameron Scarlett with the Raiders' first score of the night. about a 30-yard run. That's unofficial. All of my stats are unofficial. About 30-yard run. I'll tell you, there's not many high school quarterbacks that will carry defenders across the field like Cameron Scarlett did on that drive. He had a couple of very nice runs. I'm glad he was able to make a house call himself.
Absolutely. A little Tebow-esque right there, you know, on the eve of SEC football starting.
That's right.
A little bit of Tim Tebow action.
Well, that's what the coaches nicknamed him years ago. And that's a tackle made by Jaquise Adams. That's a name that we heard in basketball season last year. Jaquise Adams with the stop.
Yeah, it was a good thing he did too, because there was a hole there, and Jaquise he was able to make the tackle. He plays receiver, you know, he's kind of a deep ball threat, but it's good to see him making a play on special teams.
So the Pioneers will start 1st and 10. This time they're starting from their own 46. Second drive that they've had good starting field position. Running right side, Pioneers down to the 36-yard line, and I believe that is going to be a first down, Coach. Is right at the stick. Yes, they're moving the chains. First down, Pioneers.
Yeah, and they're just overloading us. They're getting us at that point of attack and creating some space. And then, you know, I mean, these backs, I'm telling you, there's 3 or 4 of them, and they just rotate them in, and they're very quality backs, all conference top players. And you know, we're going to have to figure out a way to match that overload.
Batesville just did a huddle. Another thing you don't see very often these days in high school sports. Quarterback going under center and huddle. So a little bit of old school football here. Coach Dave King and the Batesville Pioneers. That's Ethan Ridgel, the ball carrier. He falls forward for 2 yards, 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You know, you got Batesville's kind of, you know, used to, they're known as just that power team, power just wear you down. And here in the recent years, they've thrown it around a little bit, but that's their bread and butter. You know, just to have tough kids who are trying to move you off the ball and run it right at you.
2nd down and 8, Livingston under center, 2 receivers to his left, but they have not thrown the ball yet. Nice tackle there by Nettleton's number 28, Martise Buchanan. Maybe a short game. It's going to be 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, and this is a big 3rd down. It feels that way anyway. I know we're early in the game here, but you know, if our defense can make a stop right here, I think it's going to do wonders for both the offense and the defense. So let's see what Coach King dials up, and let's see what Coach Hampton counters with.
You got to figure that Batesville is in 2-down territory right here.
Yeah, and we may see our first pass. You know, Batesville's known for those deep rollouts, and it wouldn't surprise me to see one of those right here.
Livingston under center, little sweep left, and he has got the first down. Yeah. That's Dorian Tucker on the stop. Also on the stop for Nettleton, Martise Buchanan. I believe Buchanan tripped him up, but he got a first down.
Yeah, he did. And again, it's just powers and power sweeps. And, you know, we're gonna figure it out. You know, it'd be nice if maybe they could put one of those on the ground. You know, if we could blow it up quick and get a turnover, we'd need one right here.
We have ordered the turnover. We'll see if they'll deliver it.
Yep.
1st and 10, Livingston with an I backfield. Somewhere Coach Pat Hawk is smiling. The old great Coach Hawk, I mention him every year, every game this week. What an influence he had on our school and on countless hundreds of guys who played for him. We lost him to a heart attack just a couple of months ago. Always wanted Coach Hawk. He believed in the I formation, the old pro set I formation, and so you can bet Coach Hawk loved to see that.
Yeah, he loved to see it, and he loved to see the Raiders only give up about 1.5 yards on that play.
So it'll be 2nd down and 8. As the Raider defensive line, Livingston and Pegram holding. Little pass, and it is complete. Little rollout pass and downfield tackle by Dorian Tucker, but not before the Pioneers get a first down. It'll be 1st and 10 inside the 20. It looks like it's at the ball is going to be spotted at the looks like the 16-yard line, Coach.
Yeah, and again, that was Cartwright. Just a really, really nice fake. They'd been, you know, running those sweeps and those powers, and he just kept it and put it on his hip, and we bit, and he could have picked 2 or 3 receivers to throw that to, and it was a nice gain.
So the old ball coach, Dave King, pushing the right buttons so far here tonight. Livingston Handoff running left side. Great job by that Raider defense.
Yeah.
Closing, and that's Dorian Tucker, who came in like a heat-sickened missile. It's going to be 3rd down and long for Batesville.
Yeah, we did a great job of stringing that out, getting him going, sideways there, and Dorian, that receiver kind of got up talking a little noise to him on that pass a while ago, so he may have had a little payback in mind, but that's just a nice play overall by the entire defense.
Coach, I said it was 3rd down. I was just looking at the sign over there. It's evidently 2nd down and long. I don't know if that's right, Coach. I thought it was 3rd down.
Yeah, it'll be 2nd down, and hopefully right here is going to be 3rd down. There it is. You dialed it up, and they delivered that one.
There we go. 3rd down now. I guess we can trust the chain gang over there.
Yep.
More so than you can your play-by-play guy.
As long as we pay attention to them.
Yes. So it's going to be 3rd down and 10 for Batesville. Don't know what kind of field goal kicker that they got. You mentioned earlier.
He's outstanding. He's Funky Cold Medina. His name's Medina, and he was really good last week.
Alejandro.
Alejandro Medina. And I bet he didn't even know that old song by Tone Loc.
He probably didn't. He probably didn't. Nice reference. I enjoyed it. Rolling right side is Livingston. Livingston is wrapped up by Jorge Salas.
Yeah,
good tackle there by Jorge. And it's going to be 4th down and 7 for Batesville, and we're going to see if they bring out the Funky Cold one.
Yep, the Funky Cold one looks like he's coming out. And on that play, again, Cartwright carried out a really nice ball fake. Decided to keep it. I think he probably could have had the 1st down if he had thrown that football. But, again, another nice play, but an even bigger play by the Raiders.
So Alejandro Pena comes out for what would be a 30-yard field goal. Check my math, Coach. Make sure that's right.
I think that's close.
And he's got plenty of leg, and you are exactly right.
He's a good little kicker. Good kicker. I believe you called him Alejandro Pena there. I think that guy pitched for the Dodgers back in the 90s. So we've got Tone Loc and we've got relievers for the Dodgers going here. But nonetheless, a big kick by that kid, good kicker. And we got some more work to do.
Yeah, we've got 2nd downs that are 3rd downs and 3rd downs that are 2nd downs. But the score is now, with 1:17 remaining in the first quarter, your score is now Batesville 10, Nettleton 6. And even though they converted 3 points, good stop there, keeping the Batesville Pioneer offense out of the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you saw some adjustments made there. They had a couple 3rd and longs, so we did. They got points on the board, but at the same time, our defense has got to feel a little confident that we did slow them down and ultimately stop them. So now if we can just march down the field, have another nice drive, and see if we can't take the lead.
Alejandro Medina. I still want to say Pena. Medina. Funky Cold Medina on to kick. Back deep for the Raiders is Markellen Barber and Jalen Scales. I've never seen anybody kick like Medina does right there. He lines up just about 2 paces off of the ball, sideways basically, and that is Nettleton's number 18, Devontae Wesson, on the return. Wesson has done most of the ball carrying for the Raiders tonight.
Yes, he has. That was a nice return, a confident return. Gets us up to the 30-yard line, and that's where we'll start.
So Cameron Scarlett, who got the Raiders on the board with about a 30-yard touchdown run earlier in the first quarter, he is in the gun. Wesson in the backfield with him. 3 receivers, trips left near side. They give to Wesson. Wesson's got some running room left side. Looking for a block. Good job down there by Kyle Tolley, getting a little bit of separation, and he is tackled at the 40-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 1.
Nice run on 1st down. And that's the key. Against Mountain Home 2 weeks ago, it seems like we played behind the sticks a lot. And tonight it hadn't been that way. And there's a whole lot of things that Clint Wilson can call in 2nd 1 versus 2nd 11. I promise you that.
2nd down and 1. They give to Orion Pugh, and boy, he is hit immediately in the backfield. He's going to be stopped for no gain So it's going to be 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, and it's a big 3rd down. But, yeah, Batesville blew that play up. They sent an extra man. And, so it sets up, again, another early big 3rd down. I guess it looks like, about 3rd and right at 2?
3rd and 2 is right, yes. Scarlett gets the play from Coach Clint Wilson. In motion is Scales. And play is whistled dead.
Quarter.
That is the end of the first quarter. Yes, your score at the end of the first quarter, Batesville 10, Nettleton 6. Big 3rd down play when we come back. You are watching Raider football on NTV.
Terry Gray, rice farming isn't a profession, it's a way of life. As owner of Delaplaine Seed Company, Terry's been the region's rice tech leader for more than a decade. In the summer, Terry's not behind a desk. He can be found in rice fields giving advice, or he can be on your farm helping you put more bushels in your tanks and money in your pocket. From securing your hybrid rice to free on-farm delivery, let Terry help you be more profitable this season. Delaplaine Seed Company.
And we welcome you back to Batesville High School Pioneer Stadium, where after the first quarter, the Pioneers lead Nettleton 10-6. Coach Jason Smith sitting in with me tonight as Coach Thomas is at a wedding. We hope that Coach Thomas he's probably on the dance floor right now. He may be dancing to a little Funky Cold Medina.
If Keith Thomas is at a wedding, he's going to be on the dance floor. I can promise you that. They're going to be leading it.
The Pioneers leading it here right now, 10-6, but the Raiders with an opportunity to sustain this drive on 3rd down. And Cameron Scarlett is tackled in the backfield. That is a fine tackle there by, I believe that was number 37, or actually 31, Ethan Ridgel, one of their running backs, and that's a loss of about 7. It's going to be 4th down and 8.
Yeah, and we're going to have to punt this one to them. It's just, it's unfortunate. I think we dialed up a nice play there, but their kid made a nice play, beat a block, and was back there before Cameron could do anything with it.
Justin Livingston to punt. Livingston has punted about half the time this year. Cameron Scarlett has also handled some of the punting duties. That is a high snap. Livingston running left side, and he is down the 19-yard line. And, boy, that's an unfortunate turn of events there, Coach.
Yeah, that is. That's going to hurt. Hopefully our defense can come back, but those are the momentum killers. Now Batesville's got to feel pretty confident, try to punch this thing in and take a little bit of control of the game. But, those things happen, and maybe we can get the ball right back on a turnover here. That'd be nice.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Pioneers from the 19-yard line of the Raiders. They're starting this drive from the Raider red zone. Senior quarterback Livingston giving the play in the huddle. Something that's kind of gone the way of natural grass fields, Coach.
Yeah, it has.
Don't see it very often. A little power sweep left side. And they've got some running room, and they are in the end zone.
Yeah, one play in.
That's number 19, Taylor Doherty with the touchdown run.
There is a flag back here, though. Maybe we'll catch a break. There's a flag right at the 19-yard line. Maybe we got something on the backside there that'll bring this touchdown back.
Waiting the signal from the man in the white hat. It's going to be holding against Batesville, so it will be coming back. That's a big penalty.
That's a huge penalty, and you hope to get 1 or 2 breaks on the road tonight, and that's a big one there. So hopefully our defense here can hunker down a little bit and use that play and turn it into another one. But it'll put them in 1st and long, and a couple nice plays, and let's get that football back.
So the holding penalty by the Pioneers takes points off the board for Batesville and puts the ball on the 29-yard line. Livingston back to pass, rolling left, looking downfield, picks up a block, and he threads the needle. He's inside the 10. Good run by the senior quarterback. That's Markellen Barber who tripped him up inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, that was a heck of a play because we had a couple guys back here who were kind of had their sights on him, but he made a couple juke moves and showed his quickness, and it was just a nice run by their quarterback.
It'll be first down and goal to go from, I believe that's the 7-yard line.
Yep.
Livingston from under center gives to the tailback, and he fights through a tackle, goes into the end zone. That is Taylor Doherty, who scores for the second time.
Yeah, it looks like. Yeah, I think Coach felt sorry for him that he didn't get the other one, so they're going to call his number again. And there's not a hold on that one. That was a nice play.
Medina on to attempt the extra point. Young man has been automatic so far here tonight. We keep saying nice things about him. Eventually, the jinx will kick in.
That's exactly right. Or his parents are going to subscribe to your channel.
There you go. Either way, we win.
That's right. It's a win-win.
His extra point is up and good with 10 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Your score is now Batesville 17, Nettleton 6. Well, that I guess you'd call that a special teams miscue, a snap over the head of our punter. They were able to punch it in just a couple of plays later, and those are the kind of plays that a lot of times swing the momentum and make the difference in games like this.
Yeah, especially a game against I believe two evenly matched teams, and being on the road kind of puts you as a little bit as a dog to begin with, and really you just got to, the recipe for success on the road is to take care of the football, and we've had that one. You got to flush it, spit on it, and be done with it, and move on, and we need to have a nice drive here.
10 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the half. Nettleton will be receiving the kickoff in the second half. They score here, they're right back in this thing, however. Back deep for the Raiders is Markellen Barber and Jalen Scales. Medina with a little bit more space between him and the football. Looks like he may be planning on kicking this one deep. And he kicks a pooch kick.
Yeah, he's playing some mind games with us right now. But there's a nice play there, I guess, with that Blake.
Brown.
Looked like Blake, nice catch. And so we're going to have good field position.
We'll take it.
Yep, absolutely. And I do know that they worked a lot of special teams this week because Batesville does have a lot of variations of their kickoff and some of the special teams things they do. So we were ready for that. Nice play by Blake and great field position for the offense.
Cameron Scarlett from the gun, who we believe to be Devontae Wesson in the backfield with him, trips left side. Scarlett gives to number 18, bounces out left
nice
side.
Bounce. Yeah, nice job.
Couple of spins, and he is tackled, but it looks like he's got plenty enough yardage for a first down, Coach. It's close anyway.
Yeah, well, they calling it over here. But, it a very nice run, inside run there that, he just kept his feet moving. A lot of times, you see guys when they get in traffic, they want to kind of stop their feet or whatever, but he kept his feet moving and got that first down.
So good start to this drive. Scarlett gives to number 18, Wesson. He is hit immediately. Might have made it back to the original line of scrimmage. It actually looks like it's going to be a short loss. It's going to be second down and 11 for the Raiders.
Yeah. They they just blew that play up. We've had some good plays. We can't have negative plays. We need to have a nice play right here.
Actually, he did make it back to the line of scrimmage. It's second down and 10. Kyle Tolley split wide left. Bo Kid Smith in the slot position, two receivers right side. It's Ken Warren McShann closest to us. Scales from the slot, and that ball's nearly picked off as he was trying to hit Kyle Tolley over there. Good defense by Batesville's cornerback.
Yeah, that corner read that play. Looks like, is that number 1?
That would be Camden Ryan.
Yeah,
if so.
He read that. He jumped that route and nearly wound up with a lot of green grass in front of him. Thankfully, we got another down to play.
So it'll be, looks like third down and 11. I thought that was second down and 10. I guess I was wrong. I don't know how you don't lose yardage on an incomplete pass.
Wouldn't think.
It sure enough looks like 3rd down and 11. Scarlett rolling right, looking downfield, under pressure, and he falls forward, and it's going to be a 4th down and long. Looks like the Raiders will be trotting out their punt team once again.
Yeah, and if you look out there, number 81 for Batesville, Llewellyn, I mean, he's a beast, and he's sitting here at 6'5", and it doesn't look like they're exaggerating on that, but he's quick, athletic, and he was bearing down.
6'5", 230.
Yeah, I don't want to meet him.
Be glad, folks, that you're at home watching YouTube tonight instead of out there having to block that young man.
Absolutely.
Justin Livingston to punt. Snap is good.
Much
Kick
better snap.
Definitely. Fair catch is signaled for at the 15-yard line. And that's where Batesville will take over 1st and 10 as Tevin Whitaker makes the fair catch. Good punt there by Justin Livingston.
Yeah, and you love to see it because – a lot of times a kid, let's say that deep snapper there, he might have got his dauber down or something, of making that last mistake, but instead he went over there and he fixed it. Yep. And, that's huge. That's huge for the coaches, and that's huge for the kids' confidence. But a booming kick on an excellent deep snap by the Raiders.
8:51 remaining in the first half. It's Batesville with the 17-6 lead over the Raiders. Now would be a wonderful time for one of them turnovers, Coach.
Yeah, and we're due. We're due for a turnover, so maybe it's going to happen right here in the next couple plays.
Little bootleg pass rolling right under pressure, and he is going to run it. Livingston gets the 1st down and then runs out of bounds as Blake Brown and Juan Badillo was bearing down on him. But they move the chains. Another 1st down for the Pioneer offense.
Yeah, and again, the quarterback there, I mean, he ran about 60 yards to get 11, but that shows you his athleticism. And I know that he's a veteran, a senior. I think he started last year, and, he's a nice quarterback. He's a good player here in this league, and I figure he has a chance to play at the next level, somewhere.
You think Coach King ever hollers at his kids, run east-west, run east-west?
He's liable to. You never know.
The way this field is laid out here at Batesville, that would be the call that the old ball coach would make. Batesville ball carriers wrestled down about the 30-yard line, so that will be a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, and that's a nice play by Justin Livingston there. We strung it out well, got them running east-west or north-south actually, and here they come with the quick snap.
Livingston from under center, another quick pitch. Power sweep left. DDT, Dorian Tucker stood him up but did not wrap up. He just kept right on running. Tackle made by Doniquius Willis. But another 1st down for Batesville. Been very impressed by this Batesville offense.
Their power running game is really nice. They're efficient. Nothing fancy. But they just keep trotting running backs in there. All of them are fresh, and all of them can run.
It is trademark Batesville Pioneer smash mouth football that they are showing to us here tonight. And they have been able to impose their will upon this Raider defense.
Yeah, it looks like they're playing a little Simon Says over here right now. I think we're going to get a timeout by Batesville.
Yeah, Batesville will call a timeout, and we will take one with them with 8 minutes and 26 seconds remaining in the first half. Your score, Batesville 17, Nettleton 6. You are watching Raider football on NTV.
First time you held on to the time you let go. Life is a series of unforgettable firsts. The ones that are planned and the ones that take you by surprise. We celebrate and support these firsts as we travel this journey with you, because firsts are what life is all about. First Community Bank, where community comes first.
We appreciate our great friends from First Community Bank always being so generous to sponsor the broadcast tonight. And Coach Smith, can't say enough about Alan and Dana Williams. Before the game today is about 2:30, I guess. They fed the team, and they were the only two working. They are the presidents of the Touchdown Club, but they are just salt of the earth people, and we appreciate Alan, the president of First Community Bank, for being so generous to sponsor our broadcast tonight. Livingston running right side, slips through a would-be tackler and gets another first down as Blake Brown and Bernard Turner tackle him about the 42-yard line.
Yeah, as another nice play, another nice run. But to touch on the I'll hold that thought on the Williams till we get a little bit of a break in the action.
Batesville with the hurry up right now. They're not giving us much time to talk, Coach.
No, they're not. Now they're backing
Now
us
they're
up.
going-
I think they're doing this on purpose just for us. But no, Alan and Dana. I mean, they've had 3 children come through Nettleton, K through 12, and all of them outstanding young men. And Alan and Dana, Raider athletics across the board wouldn't be the same without them.
Salt of the earth, people. For
Absolutely.
Sure. Run up the middle this time, and tackle made by Nettleton's Tyree Ayala and Blake Brown. First time we've called Tyree's name tonight. I apologize if I got his last name wrong. Gain of, we'll call it 3. It'll be second down and a long 6.
Yeah, and we did a good job plugging that one up. I think on the outside there we forced them up the middle, and sometimes you can live with a 2 or 3 yard gain. We just can't let them have too many more of the 10 or 11 yard gains.
Livingston gives to the tailback, following the fullback's lead, then bouncing out left. He is met by a swarm of Raiders, led by number 18, the Raider we believe to be Devontae Wesson. I have not heard different, Coach, but we believe that's Devontae Wesson.
Yeah, that was a nice play. And to get the loss there, I think they gave a favorable spot because I believe that we wrapped him up another 2 or 3 yards behind that. But good play brings up a big third down right here. We need to figure out a way to get a stop here and get the football back. But a nice play on that particular series and sets up a big play right here.
3rd down and 8 for Batesville. Livingston going from the shotgun, dropping straight back to pass, looking downfield. It's a jump ball, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah.
Juan Badillo and Markellen Barber on the defense. Ball was intended for number 10, Will Storley. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and that was an outstanding ball. The quarterback led him just right, but we had a safety over the top right there. And Markellen made an outstanding read. Probably couldn't have picked it off, but made sure no one else was going to catch it. So it brings up 4th down, and hopefully we can get a big stop and get momentum back and go down and score. But a big play here.
4th down and 8, and the Pioneers elect to go for it. One receiver right. They're lining up in the I formation. He is going to pass, rolling right, looking left, a little throwback, and it is incomplete.
Keep the flags in your pocket.
Yes, no fabric on the field.
There it is.
And that's a turnover on downs. 1st down Raiders.
Yeah, as an the play was set up beautifully, except for the fact that Martise Buchanan, he wasn't going to have any of it. He read it perfectly. He was the only white shirt over there. And, he's in amongst, 4 or 5 Pioneers and just made an outstanding defensive play and gives us football back.
Great job, Raiders senior Martise Buchanan. 1st down and 10. Cameron Scarlett going back to work. Good to see that Raider offense on the field. Scarlett gives to Orion Pugh. Orion Pugh running off left tackle, and he has a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, that's a good, strong run there. And it just doesn't seem like Orion has gotten in the flow yet. And it just takes 1 or 2 runs, and he's athletic enough and quick enough to pop one. Maybe we can get an explosive play here and get this offense going.
3 receivers to the right. In motion is Pugh. He's lined up wide left. Scarlett from the gun. He fakes the little jet sweep, and he runs the ball up the middle himself. He's across midfield. Looks like Scarlett has the 1st down.
Yeah, very well executed play. A little bit of misdirection. Faked the jet sweep after we had sent the back out wide, and that created just enough space for Cameron to explode for a nice 7, 8, 9 yard run.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line. 3 receivers right side. That is McShann, Bo Kid Smith, Jalen Scales. The give is to number 18, who we believe is Wesson. Until we find out different, we will keep on saying Wesson. A gain of 1, it's 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, and it just that play didn't. It got blown up from the start, but a lot of times those plays may set up the next play. And so he ran hard. Just sets up a big 2nd and 9 right here.
Kyle Tolley split wide left, 2 receivers near side, and Wesson loses his balance, moves forward.
He thought he was on the line there for a minute. Thought that was going to be a penalty.
They thought he was going to be whistled for offsides. Give is to Wesson. He breaks some tackles, trying to get some running room. Just too many gray shirts, though.
Yeah,
nice
that's a great defensive play. But man, didn't he run hard? I mean, he broke 3 or 4 or 5 tackles. There's just too many of them.
So I believe that's going to be a short loss on that play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 10 for the Raiders. 4 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the half.
Big call right here by Coach Wilson. Let's see what he can draw up.
Three receivers right side, 2 left. Scarlett back to pass. Pass is intended for Tolley, and it is incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down and 10 on the defense for Batesville. It was number 7, Joseph Lewis, did a good job of breaking that up.
Yeah, their coverage was nice right there, because if you look on the trip side over here, after they'd finished their routes, there was gray jerseys right in the vicinity of those guys. So Tolley was really the only option on that play.
So 4th down and 10 from the 50. The Raiders electing to punt. Justin Livingston back deep. Good snap. He fumbles it, but he's able to get it kicked off, and that is a heck of a punt by Livingston. Unfortunately, it rolls into the end zone. That'll be a touchback, so net gain of 30 yards for the Raiders on that. It'll be 1st and 10, Pioneers from their own 20. 3:35 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, and that drive, it had a lot of promise early, and then we just, we got blown up on a couple run plays and never recovered. But, I think that we still have some things that we can do. Defense just needs to continue to play well and try to get us this football back right here before half.
Been told by Cade Carlton, who does our radio broadcast, that Kobe Bradley is number 18, Coach. So
I got it.
Apologies to Kobe Bradley, and Devontae Wallace can thank us for the shout-outs.
Yeah, and I had a hunch that might have been Kobe, but just kind of the way he was running style. He's a nice two-way player for us. Does a lot of things on the defensive side as well.
Martise Buchanan and Blake Brown on the tackle, but Batesville gets another 1st down. The clock is rolling at 3 minutes and 26 seconds.
Yeah, and if you're Coach King here, your primary goal is that the black and gold do not touch the football again the rest of this half. You want points, but your main concern is that you have the ball last this half of football.
Taking their time with the snap. Running the left side is Livingston, looking for some room. He stumbles out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, that was a quarterback run all the way, just a design run for him. Kind of a definite old-school football there, back in the old Notre Dame Four Horsemen type days. Just a read by the quarterback, just a design run by him. And I would say that Coach King probably wanted him to stay in bounds, but he did pick up 5 yards.
He did go out of bounds and stop the clock at 2 minutes and 59 seconds. And now he is going to pass. Pass is complete to number 34. He has a 1st down. He's shoved out of bounds over there by Bernard Turner, but the Pioneers get a 1st down.
Yeah, and that's John Todd Stalker, and that kid on that particular play, he's been open every single time. So he may have told Cartwright that he wasn't going to give him a ride home after the game if he didn't throw him at football.
2:52 on the clock. Batesville breaks the huddle. Livingston, their very heady, very savvy senior quarterback, under center. Just a tailback dive straight up the middle. Tackle made by Willis, but another first down for Batesville. It seems like every time they run the ball, they're getting 12, 13 yards.
Yeah, their kids are running hard, and that was Vickers. Just another strong run, and here they go quick.
So Batesville with a hurry up, power sweep left. Nice hit there by Dorian Tucker as he knocked him backwards, and there to finish the job for Nettleton was number 70, Kylan Gates.
Yeah, and that was a nice read by Dorian there. He's made 2 or 3 of those plays tonight. Just coming up and trying to clean up. But again, we set up another down that we need to get a stop on. Put them in the position where they got to make a play.
The clock is at 2 minutes and 10 seconds and ticking. Running off right tackle and plenty of room to run. Down inside the 20. He's still on his feet inside the 10. Gang of white jerseys, and they push the pile inside the 5-yard line. I was sure hoping somebody could get in there and strip the ball, Coach, but it looked like it didn't happen. It's going to be first down and goal to go for the Pioneers inside the 5 after a gutsy run.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking too. I was thinking the way he was carrying that, kind of like a loaf of bread, that perhaps we could poke it through, but then you had that wave of gray jerseys come down and hit us, and they pushed the pile 3 or 4 more yards.
It'll be first down and goal to go from the 4. A little quarterback sneak right up the chute, and the pile moves into the end zone. That is going to be a touchdown Batesville with 1:45 remaining in the half.
Yeah, and on that play, that's an unusual play that you don't see very often, but the fullback, basically, by the time that ball was snapped, he was in between the guard and the center right there. I mean, he was pretty much serving as an extra lineman, and just too many hats for us to get any resistance on, and just a powerful touchdown run.
So Medina on for the extra point, trying to make it a 24-6 game as we head into the half. This kid is automatic, Coach.
He is. And he still is.
Yes, he is. But we're trying.
We are. We're not going to quit. We are going to be relentless.
We're going to make him sound like the second coming of Raphael Septien.
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking. Raphael Septien probably knows a little funky Cole Medina.
He does. I think he got in some legal trouble we probably ought not be talking about on a school broadcast. Raphael Septien. Do not Google it, folks. Do not Google it.
Let's go Jan Stenerud. How about that?
Go.
Jan, he looks just like Jan Stenerud out there.
Well, he has given Batesville a 24-6 lead with 1:45 remaining in the second quarter.
The funny thing about this is that 24-6 doesn't look real good right now, but if we could have a nice drive here and get a score quick, we get the football back to start the second half. And so we're not out of this thing. The boys just need to keep their heads up. Let's get us a score, go make some adjustments, and come back and score again.
Just doing the math here, if that happens, if we score before half and get the ball and score, all of a sudden it is a 24-20 game, Coach.
Yeah, and last week, I'm telling you, I watched the football game on Mountain Homes YouTube, who does a nice job, by the way, not like NTV, but they do a nice job. And Batesville had 38 points at the half of that game and was up double figures and wound up getting beat. So the Raiders just need to take one play at a time and see if we can't get a score here late.
Don't need to get their daubers down. That's for doggone sure. So Medina on to kick. Back deep for the Raiders is Markellen Barber and Jalen Scales.
Last time he tried to kick it right over our front line right here. Let's see what he does this time.
This time he booms it, relatively speaking, to the 28-yard line. That is Quad Brown, who runs north and south and gets tackled at the 21. A little bit of a loss on the return there, but the Raiders will take over 1st and 10 with 1:42 remaining in the half.
Yeah, he was trying to get to our wedge, but in that situation with a kind of a high sky kick right there, you probably just need to catch it and get as many as you can.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Raiders from their own 22. Trips left, Twins right. Scarlett all alone in an empty backfield. Scarlett with a quarterback draw, and he falls forward to the 30-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 8, 2nd down and 2.
It's a good first down play. Now we're going to try to get in a hurry-up mode, a little 2-minute offense, and try to catch Batesville sleeping a little bit right here.
Minute and 26 on the clock. The Raiders have 2 timeouts, if I'm correct, Coach. Correct me if I'm wrong about that.
I believe that's correct.
Scarlett looking downfield. Pass is intended for Kyle Tolley, and it is incomplete. Good defense over there by the Batesville secondary. That's number 81, Justin Llewellyn, 6'5", 230, as we mentioned earlier.
Yeah, he's just a beast out there. But now it sets up an interesting play because you don't want to give Batesville the football back, but you're still trying to get this first down so we can go score.
3rd down and 2. Raiders give to Kobe Bradley. Kobe has got the first down and a little bit of running room. He spins and is just hammered, falls forward to the 44-yard line. That knocked his helmet off, so Kobe is going to have to come out of the game. A little bit of chippiness going on down there, Coach.
Yeah, and you hate to see that part of it. It was a really nice run. He kind of got blindsided there. He's a little frustrated, but good run. We got the first down. Looks like the referee's raising the roof there for a second. Now we're ready to play.
1:04, and the clock is ticking after they stop it for a brief moment to move the chains. Cameron Scarlett looking to throw under pressure, and he is sacked.
Yeah, and if you look downfield, I mean, Bates was just doing a really good job. They have, they just have all of our receivers covered up. Cameron took a late hit there, and it seemed like a little extracurricular after the play. They really wouldn't get off of him. Your linemen don't like to see that. They don't like to see their quarterback on the ground. So we're going to get a personal foul against Batesville for that play.
Yep. Young man who made the quarterback sack, Jacob Easter, I believe was his name. Yeah, Jacob Easter.
Yeah, he just wasn't in a whole lot of hurry to get up, and wanted to twist some arms or legs or ankles or whatever after that play, and just make a nice play and hop up and play the next play.
After the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty or the personal foul, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Raiders, and they are inside Batesville territory, and it looks like I believe the Raiders called the timeout.
No, the Pioneers actually. Yeah, Pioneers called that timeout, so that's a free one for us.
We'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely, and Coach King is not happy with his young man who again made a nice play, but then just made a high school kid mistake, and it kept our drive alive. So we get a free timeout there, and we still got a long 48 seconds to go with 45 yards to go. Very doable.
The momentum definitely seems to be on the Raiders' side right now, and while we are in timeout, I want to say great big thanks to our sponsors, Consolidated Insurance. They're the ones who sponsor the pregame show, halftime show, postgame show. Consolidated Insurance for all your insurance needs. We appreciate our great friend Jeff Edgar at Collision Repair. That's where the Raiders go when the Raiders have wrecks. Delaplaine Seed Company, First Community Bank, Russell's Truck Accessories, Shadrachs Coffee, Sue's Drugstore, and Trish Merritt from A Beautiful Mess. We could not bring these games to you without those folks. Make sure that you buy local, shop local, support those who support the Raiders.
Absolutely, now more than ever.
1st down and 10. The clock is at 48 seconds. Cameron Scarlett with Orion Pugh in the backfield on the Batesville B. The pass is complete to Scales, but boy, he is met immediately by Batesville's number 7, Joseph Lewis. Going to be a hard-earned gain of 3. We'll call it 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
And we're going to call timeout there. But again, hey, that's a sophomore. Jalen Scales, I mean, he just got blew up. But what did he do? He held on to the football, popped right back up and said, let's go again.
There's been many men who've heard footsteps and dropped.
Yeah, and you get alligator arms and you drop it, and really no one blames you, but he held on, and I think that shows you the potential and the talent of that young man.
So Nettleton takes a timeout to stop the clock. The clock has 35 seconds remaining on it. Nettleton returning to the line of scrimmage, and Batesville taking their full allotted 1 minute. Raiders at the 41-yard line.
And, Craig, I think we still have 2 timeouts left. I believe that that was our first call timeout. And again, I could be wrong on that, but if we have 2, then that's huge. That's huge for us. It gives us a chance really right here where we can do 2 or 3 plays in the middle of the field.
Scarlett in the backfield. Kobe Bradley with him. 2 receivers near side, 2 far side. The pass is complete over there again to Jalen Scales. Jalen Scales fights through a tackle, and he has a first down. Good to see the young man who got drilled earlier gets right back out there.
Yeah. He was ready. He was ready before we called timeout that last time, and we're going right back up. We're going hurry up here. Let's keep it going.
First down Raiders, and they elect to spike the football and stop the clock at 23 seconds. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 after Scarlett spikes the ball.
Yeah, and right here, we want to get these points. We want to get a touchdown, but what I'm seeing is an offense who knows what to do, and that's a direct reflection on Coach Wilson and Coach Hampton and the coaching staff of just coaching these young men up to understand the 2-minute drill. We've ran it perfectly so far. The only thing we got to do to put a cherry on top of it is to get in the end zone.
Timeout on the field, and I believe that was taken by the Raiders, and I think that does leave us 1. Can you see the scoreboard?
It shows us with Coach? 2 still, but now Pioneers show 0. So I think that Coach King, may have went ahead and taken their last time out there.
Well,
and again, we got the momentum. They want to make sure that they're in the right spots. Obviously, with 23 seconds left, we probably got to put it in the air 2 or 3 times, and so they may be looking to go into their nickel package or something like that, to where they've got an extra couple of D-backs back there to be able to guard the pass.
The Raiders have 34 yards to go. They got 23 seconds in which to do it. 2nd down and 10. Scarlett in the gun. He's joined by Kobe Bradley in the backfield. Twins right, twins left. Scarlett to throw. Looking downfield. Under pressure. Wisely runs out of bounds, and that's a heady play there by the junior quarterback.
Yeah, there was nothing there, so get out of bounds, live to play another down. We're in 2-down territory clearly with 16 seconds to play, and so that'll set up a 3rd down and long, but really down and distance doesn't matter here. You're looking at 2 plays to get the first down and hopefully maybe 1 more play to get in the end zone.
16 seconds remaining in the half. The Raiders, who will receive the second half kickoff, and they would like to put some points on the board heading into the break. Scarlett, straight back, looking downfield. It is complete to Jalen Scales, who has had a nice series here. He's short of the first down. Timeout called Raiders. It's going to be 4th down with 7 seconds remaining. It's going to be 4th down and 6, but down in, like we said, down in distance, it's a little bit secondary at this point. It's going to be 4th down and it's like 2.
Yeah, it's a short 2. A heck of a catch by Scales, and honestly, I believe that Scarlett was going to tally on that ball. Had 2 guys in the same vicinity, but Scales just kind of reached his Spider-Man hands up there and snatched it, and came down hard but held on. And we've got 7 seconds left. That's try to get 2 plays out of this deal. Try to get 2 plays. We're still sitting on 1 timeout, I believe, and so if we can do something quick, may have time to get 2 plays.
7 ticks on the clock, and Coach, if I'm reading that right, it looks like does that 0 timeouts for the Pioneers, one for the Raiders?
I believe that's right. I believe we have 1 timeout. So whatever we do here, no matter what, we're not going to have time to spike the ball. So we've just got to call timeout, no matter.
Got to get the first down.
Got to get the first down first.
Kobe Bradley in the backfield with Cameron Scarlett. 2 receivers to the left. Bo Kid Smith lined up at the tight end. Back to pass is Scarlett, and it's incomplete. Intended for Kobe Bradley, and it's going to be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, and to make matters worse, it looks like that Turf Monster may have got Kobe's ankle. He went limping off there. It kind of looked weird, and he was in a lot of pain. But it'll be Batesville ball with 3 ticks left. The thing is our defense cannot sleep on this play, because it would not surprise me a bit to see them take a shot.
So after the turnover on downs, Batesville will take over 1st and 10 at their own 24. So this will be the final play of the half, one way or the other. We'll see if they elect to take a knee and be content to go in with a 24-6 lead, or if they take a shot down the field. The Raider defense wants to talk it over. They call a timeout. I'll tell you what, we'll take it with them. 3 seconds remaining in the first half, 24-6 Batesville. You're watching Raider football on NTV.
Things we Nettleton Raiders love. We love our school. We love America. And we love getting our trucks fixed up at Russell's Truck Accessories. Russell's Truck Accessories is the greatest place on earth to make your truck look sharp. If Russell's were a bird, they'd be a bald eagle. If they were a nation, they would be the United States of America. The greatest nation on God's green earth. Thanks in part to Russell's Truck Accessories.
Three seconds remaining in the second quarter here, the final play of the first half. And the Pioneers elect to just take a knee and go into the halftime with a 24-6 lead. So we will take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the Consolidated Insurance halftime show. Coach Jason Smith is kind enough to be calling color tonight. And, Coach, on the halftime show, I'd like to find out what's going on with the Lady Raiders.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I think you might know a thing or two about that team and what's happening with the girls. So we'll hear from Coach Smith on the halftime show, and we'll sum up everything and give you some scores from around the area as well. So hang around. The Consolidated Insurance postgame show coming up after this break. Halftime show. Did I say postgame show? All right, it's tired and I'm late. It's a halftime show. Consolidated Insurance halftime show coming up. You're watching Raider football on NTV.
First time you held on to the time you let go. Life is a series of unforgettable firsts. The ones that are planned and the ones that take you by surprise. We celebrate and support these firsts as we travel this journey with you, because firsts are what life is all about. First Community Bank, where community comes first.
Rice farming isn't a profession, it's a way of life. As owner of Delaplaine Seed Company, Terry's been the region's rice tech leader for more than a decade. In the summer, Terry's not behind a desk. He can be found in rice fields giving advice, or he can be on your farm helping you put more bushels in your tanks and money in your pocket. From securing your hybrid rice to free on-farm delivery, let Terry help you be more profitable this season. Delaplaine Seed Company.
Hi, I'm Trish Merritt with A Beautiful Mess Salon. I'm a proud graduate of Nettleton High School and a big supporter of the Raiders. I've been at A Beautiful Mess since we opened in September of 2015. I love to take care of my Raider family, like I take care of the legendary Miss T. So feel free to set up an appointment today. Call 870-520-6039. Raider pride is justified. Raider pride forever.
A lot has changed since the 1950s, but one thing has remained the same. Sue's Drugstore is still keeping Nettleton healthy. Albert and Shirley Sue founded Sue's Drug in 1959, and today their grandson Tyler continues their tradition of fast, friendly, professional service. Sue's Drugstore, keeping Raider pride healthy and alive since 1959. When the Raiders have wrecks, they call collision repair. Back in 1986, Nettleton's Jeff Edgar was smashing baseballs. He hit the first home run in Raider baseball history. These days, he's fixing smashed cars at Collision Repair. Collision Repair's staff is second to none, and their facilities are world class. They'll get you fixed up and back on the road in no time. Collision Repair. It's where the Raiders go when the Raiders have wrecks.
There are three things we Nettleton Raiders love. We love our school, we love America, and we love getting our trucks fixed up at Russell's Truck Accessories. Russell's Truck Accessories is the greatest place on earth to make your truck look sharp. If Russell's were a bird, they'd be a bald eagle. If they were a nation, they would be the United States of America. The greatest nation on God's green earth. Thanks in part to Russell's Truck Accessories.
That whatever it takes for every child, but really we mean that. You know, it's not something that we just say, and we don't take that lightly. At the end of the day, I want them to love school. I want them to love and appreciate that our school is willing to go above and beyond to do whatever we can to teach them. But my bottom line goal is to teach them to love school and love learning and become a lifelong learner, just like I try to be.
I'm a little bit country.
I'm a little bit rock and roll.
I love the height of feeling of a great car.
When I sing my alma mater, I feel it all night long.
I love my school with all my heart and soul.
I know I'm gonna be all right.
Wherever I go.
I'm a little bit country.
And a little bit rock and roll.
Are you worried about losing your Raider Pride? Then you need Raider Pride Alert. Just press the button on the Class of '89 Spirit Stick, and we will send help immediately.
Raider Pride Alert.
Help! My Raider Pride is falling and it can't get up!
It's okay, Miss Timmerman. Help is on the way.
Turn up, turn up! Raider Pride, we got some. Raider Pride, we got some. To order your Raider Pride Alert, just call 1-800-RP-ALERT. Raider Pride is justified.
Looking for a school can be like super overwhelming. You kind of have those fears as a parent that, oh my gosh, the school that I'm gonna pick, it's gonna determine their future and everything else. You know, it's a big choice that you have because you wanna make sure you're gonna put them in a school where they can continue their whole journey. I'm really super glad we started at Nettleton. It was relief that we had found a school where we felt comfortable sending our child. I felt like any situation he'd get put into, he would be able to succeed.
Uh-oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Hey, Leslie, guess what day it is?
It's game day.
Woo-woo! Jalen, how happy are students that go to Nettleton?
I'll say happier than DJ on game day.
Game day!
Be happy, be a Raider. Raider Pride is justified.
So don't forget it.
Mr. Miller lost his voice. No problem. I'll send in the replacements.
Woo! Woo, Daddy Mercy. Mercy, woo, Daddy. Handsome Johnny.
How the heck do you edit on this thing?
Mr. McGrew, you're in photo booth.
What? This son of a...
Hey, that's all right. Good try, but I'll take it from here. Raider Pride!
It's justified! They say being a Raider is about more than just going to school. They say being a Raider is about our community, about tradition. Kindergarten at Nettleton is about teachers that I love, learning that is fun. It's really about pride in what we do and who we are becoming. Raider Pride is justified. Raider Pride forever.
Nettleton students will do anything for the Spirit Stick.
Would you ding-dong ditch Coach Massey?
That old man? Any day.
Dadgummit!
Would you get tased by Officer Watts?
Yes. Okay. Raider Pride.
Would you cannonball into the Raider River?
Would I? Hold my mullet.
What would you do for the Spirit Stick?
We are Raiders. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum.
Did you hear that? Yeah, it sounds like we're in a Raider Pride ad. That means something awesome's about to happen.
Raider Pride, brother. Fire that thing in here. Dang her!
Hey, run.
At Nettleton, we got that Raider Pride.
Because Raider Pride is justified.
We are Raiders. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum.
What the heck? Yeah, I'm a junior. Does it matter? You do that for me? Really? Oh, how like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's DJ from Nettleton. That sounds like a really good deal.
DJ from Nettleton at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's DJ from Nettleton.
What are you wearing, DJ from Nettleton?
A black and gold Rated Pride shirt.
She sounds hideous.
Well, it's DJ, so.
Another reason why Raider Pride is justified.
The Nettleton Raiders present Messing with Miller.
There he is. Let's get him. Let's go get that jabroni. Y'all check this out.
What a jabroni.
Nettleton High School, feed your Raider pride.
There comes a time in the life of every Nettleton student when they hear it.
Raider Pride!
A higher calling, an invitation to achieve, to excel, to be a part of something bigger than themselves. It's the calling of Raider Pride. And it's alive and well at Nettleton, where Raider Pride is justified.
I first noticed it when he started school here at Nettleton.
There he is.
Who's got that Raider Pride? We've got that Shh. Raider Pride, brother. Raider Pride, brother.
So we're going to pick up today chapter 23. Can anybody tell me what page that's on?
89.
Salo, why are you the way that you are?
But you know, some of the stuff he does is actually pretty cool.
It's Jimmy. Who's Jimmy?
Raider Pride can't save you from becoming Mr. Miller, but it can give you the best high school experience ever. Raider Pride is justified.
Yeah, we Raiders got the comfort ship, a loaded. Everybody wants to be a show, a boating. Raider Pride in the building, yeah, I know it. Oh yeah, Raider Nation till the day it's over.
Raider Pride, just a fact, got it on my side. 6 side, be the guy, run up and you get a high. Press us the ball, and I'ma score it like.
What y'all know about 5th period Raider Pride? Hop up on the field, you might just have to juke a job. Every day, yeah, I rectify. Cause yeah, you know we 5th period, yeah, we make it live.
Why?
Tell them what you got.
I got that Raider Pride.
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 I got that Raider Pride. Tell them what you got.
I got that Raider Pride.
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 I got that Raider Pride. Tell them what you got.
I got that. I got that Raider Pride.
Tell them what you got.
Yeah, I got that. I got that Raider Pride.
Raider Pride.
Raider Pride.
Man, our school's pretty amazing.
I know. Kind of makes you just want to
Break into song?
I like the faculty.
I like MTV.
I like the principal.
Although he paddled me.
We love the black hole.
We love our sports teams.
Raider Pride, Raider Pride, Raider Pride, Raider Pride.
I like the lunchroom.
I like learning.
We love Nettleton. We love our family.
Raider Pride, Raider Pride, Raider Pride, Raider Pride.
Ready? Okay.
Whatever.
Come on, Tyler. You act like you have no Raider pride at all.
Listen, sister, I'll take my Raider Pride and I'll stick it right up your...
Whoa. Here you go. Try this. Better?
Much better.
You're not you when you don't have Raider Pride.
N-A-S.
And we welcome you to the Consolidated Insurance Halftime Show. My name is Craig Miller. I'm joined by Jason Smith, who's kind enough to fill in for us tonight. We greatly appreciate you, Coach. Thanks for spending your Friday night up here in the press box instead of the bleachers.
Yeah, it was my pleasure, and it's not too cold yet, but it's a little bit warmer up here, I'm sure, than it is sitting over there on those cold bleachers on the other side. So, so it's a win-win.
Not a bad gig for sure. The Raiders trailed this game 24-6 at the half. The Pioneers outscored Nettleton 10-6 in the first quarter. Their quarterback, Livingston, scored on a quarterback sneak with 8:40 remaining in the quarter, and then Nettleton immediately answered with a drive of their own. It was capped off by a Cameron Scarlett 30-yard touchdown run. The point after kick was no good. That made the score 7-6. Then with a minute 17 remaining, the unbelievably good Batesville kicker, Alejandro Medina, hit a 30-yard field goal, and that made the score 10-6. The second quarter was all Pioneers as they outscored Nettleton 14-0. Daugherty with a 7-yard touchdown run made it 17-6, and then another quarterback sneak from Livingston, this one from 4 yards out, as they just mowed their way into the end zone, and that set the score at 24-6. The Raiders, they threatened late in the second quarter, but they had a drive stall out, a 4th down and 1. There was an incomplete pass, and that was turnover on downs. Batesville took a knee and went into the break with a 24-6 lead. So, Coach, we're down 24-6, but some glimmers of hope for the Raiders. They've definitely been able to move the ball at times against Batesville, and this Batesville defense has shown that they can give up bunches of points.
Yeah, I agree. It's 24-6. If you're just tuning in, you may think, oh well, it's lopsided, but it's really not. We've had some nice drives. We had an unfortunate. We punted. Went to punt the football and it sailed over our heads and then gave them a short field. But I think we're still in this football game. This first drive of the third quarter is going to go a long way. But yeah, we're a young football team, and it's always tough to win in Batesville, but we've still got a shot. Coaches make some adjustments, and we'll see what the second half holds.
And we're going to bring it to you here on NTV. The clock reads 4 minutes and 45 seconds. They always had a few more minutes to that, so we're probably about 8 minutes away from kickoff. So I want to take this opportunity to visit with Coach Smith. This is Jason Smith, who was kind enough to help me out tonight by calling color for me. And, Coach, man, what a crazy year this has been. But of all the things that have happened, something historic has happened. For the first time in Nettleton school history, a Lady Raider basketball team has been crowned state champions. That is a good thing that's happened in 2020.
Yes, yeah. I mean, for all the things that we're all going to remember about 2020, there's 17 girls and 4 coaches who are going to remember, under unusual circumstances, but we were crowned state champions, and just a magical fairy tale type season. We knew we were going to be good. I think everybody thought that we may have been better the year before that or the year before that, and if those teams played, maybe so. But weird things happened in the state tournament, and we got hot at the right time. We had some pretty good players, and we were all set to play, but AAA called it off when they did and crowned us both state champs. But really, really special year for that group of young ladies.
Let's talk about some of those young ladies who led the school to the first ever state championship, who've graduated. I know that there's a whole lot of them who are playing on the next level, which a lot of young ladies do. Who is playing where from last year's state championship team?
Well, I think first and foremost you have Ilana Eaton. She had signed with the University of Arkansas, and
she's pretty good.
She can play a little bit. Yeah. I try to check in. I try to check on all of our kids, weekly. I cheat. I have a little note that kind of scrolls through and in my phone, and so I try to check on those girls, and Ilana's doing a great job up at Arkansas. I've talked to the coaches. I think she's got a shot to play as a freshman in the SEC, and right now it's strange in this era of COVID. I think that she has managed to maybe have a touch of mono, not COVID, but I know her roommate has mono, and they've tested her, and so she hadn't been able to practice the last couple of days, but talked with her today, and I told her that obviously we don't want it to be COVID or mono, but if she's quarantined for 14 days, Ilana Eaton without a basketball, she may need to be like in a padded room or something, because it'll drive her absolutely nuts. But she's at Arkansas doing great. Travia Woodruff, our point guard, a Raider through and through, just a great young woman. She's up at Paraguay at Crowley's Ridge College. Talked with her coach. She's doing a good job. She'll have a chance perhaps to start as a freshman herself there. And those are the two from last year's class that are actually playing. We also had Daly Dacus, who did a lot of nice things for us. Legarian Stevenson, Sanaa Fowler, those kids. But we have two that are playing at the next level from last year's team.
One thing, this is Coach Jason Smith, our color commentator tonight, and also our guest on the Consolidated Insurance halftime show for all your insurance needs, Consolidated Insurance. Coach, I want to talk about, obviously, state championship, great news, rings. Hopefully there'll be a banner added in the gym up there next to the 1961 boys team, the only other state basketball championship in Nettleton history. Hopefully that happens very soon. Has it happened yet? Have I missed the banner being hung? Or?
Well, it's no, it has not happened yet. We're oddly enough, high schools are a little bit different, and we're actually waiting on the scissor lift. And so when we come across the scissor lift,
we'll do it then.
We'll be to bring one down. We're actually going to put some letters on one of the ones that are already hanging, and it'll be up hopefully before basketball season.
Outstanding. Be looking forward to that. And obviously we're going to be teeing things up, a new season coming up. Tell us about who you got this year, who you got coming back, and how the Lady Raiders are looking. Yeah,
well, I've been nothing but pleased. The kids. When we went into shutdown mode last spring, starting in April, we set up some Google Classrooms of workouts, and I think we wound up having 31 of those virtual type workouts, and the kids did those, tried to stay in shape best they could, and then come June when we were able to start practicing again, we couldn't touch each other. We could do a lot of fundamental stuff. Had great attendance there. Some kids got better, and then moving forward into when school started. The kids have really done a great job. Conditioning was an issue early. We're working through that. We've been running more than what we've probably ever ran because we didn't get to have the team camp season. But I really like these kids. They're a very blue-collar type team, a lot of names that people in the area may not know, but they will know very soon. And we're not very big, but that has a chance to make it to where a very fan-favorite type team and a team that is going to be a lot of fun to watch. I don't think we're going to beat too many teams by 25 or 30, but we're certainly not going to get beat like that. I think it's going to be a lot of exciting games, and we're looking forward to getting started.
We are too, Coach, and we're looking forward to bringing you all the action here on Nettleton Television. And Coach Jason Smith has been our guest on the Consolidated Insurance halftime show. You got to look at Coach Smith. Look at there. You got to look at Coach Smith. Coach Smith he's live on your TV. You didn't know that you were on there,
No,
did you, Coach?
I did not. I appreciate that.
Yeah, thankfully you didn't do anything unbecoming since you were on the video feed. You thought you were just hearing your voice.
I thought I was just talking, yeah.
We appreciate Coach Smith. We appreciate Consolidated Insurance for all your insurance needs. Consolidated Insurance. We're about 2 minutes away from kickoff. We'll have the second half for you when we come back. You are watching Raider football on NTV.
From the first time you held on to the time you let go, life is a series of unforgettable firsts, the ones that are planned and the ones that take you by surprise. We celebrate and support these firsts as we travel this journey with you, because firsts are what life is all about. First Community Bank, where community comes first.
For Terry Gray, rice farming isn't a profession, it's a way of life. As owner of Delaplaine Seed Company, Terry's been the region's rice tech leader for more than a decade. In the summer, Terry's not behind a desk. He can be found in rice fields giving advice, or he can be on your farm helping you put more bushels in your tanks and money in your pocket. From securing your hybrid rice to free on-farm delivery, let Terry help you be more profitable this season. Delaplaine Seed Company.
Hi, I'm Trish Merritt with A Beautiful Mess Salon. I'm a proud graduate of Nettleton High School and a big supporter of the Raiders. I've been at A Beautiful Mess since we opened in September of 2015. I love to take care of my Raider family, like I take care of the legendary Miss T. So feel free to set up an appointment today. Call 870-520-6039. Raider pride is justified. Raider pride forever.
And we welcome you to the second half of Raider football on NTV. Nettleton will receive the opening kickoff, and they trail the Pioneers 24-6. And, Coach, I would say going to be very important this first drive. If the Raiders are going to hang around in this game, they need to make a statement on this first drive.
Yeah, they do. I mean, and if it doesn't result in points, at least move the football and create Batesville with some poor field position. But yeah, I think everybody over on that side of the stadium and us up here in the booth, we really need the Raiders to score some points here.
So the crowd comes alive. I'm hearing cowbells out there. A lot of excitement here amongst the Batesville faithful. That's one great thing about this team. It's I know they're South Side, but they consider themselves their own town. This is pretty much a one-school town, and football Friday night's a big thing here.
It's a big deal, and that's the thing. You know, Batesville School District is a really good school district. They're competitive in most everything, and they always have tons of numbers. You just look down there at all the kids that are playing tonight.
And the ball is fair caught by Ken Warren McShann. Seems like that's almost an exact instant replay of the previous kickoff that we saw. The Raiders will start off first and 10. The ball is marked, I believe, on their own 29-yard line.
Yeah, to finish that thought, you know, I mean, there's a lot of kids down here playing. You look, they're all socially distanced and spread out, but they always have great participation here at Batesville.
Football's a big deal here, no doubt about it. They are always tough, and this team has been impressive here so far. That's Kobe Bradley, who bounces out left side, and he is shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Looks like there is a flag on the play.
Yeah, and Kobe, you know, Kobe's had a nice game. I'm proud to see him back. I'm assuming that play there at the end on that fourth down, he must have just, you know, maybe had a cramp in his thigh or his quad or something, because it seems to be worked out, and looks like this is going to go against the Raiders.
I believe that's an illegal block in the back against the Raiders, so that'll erase a nice gain by Kobe Bradley, the man who leads the 5A East Conference in number of uniforms.
There's no question he does. Unquestioned leader in that regard.
He's got a different number every week. He's 18 right now, so Kobe Bradley's number 18. We apologize for calling in Devontae Weston throughout the first half. Cameron Scarlett with room to run. He is he's nearly to the 40-yard line, close to the first down. Let's see where they spotted the ball. Big run there by the big junior quarterback.
Yeah, it was a good run, and we had some nice blocking downfield. I believe that was Scales and Tolly who had some nice blocks downfield to give him those few extra yards, get us a first down.
That is a first down, and the Raiders on the move here. Cameron Scarlett, a dual threat. He can beat you with his legs for sure. Kobe Bradley in the backfield with him. He gives it to Kobe Bradley. Kobe Bradley met immediately. He shucks the tackle. He's tripped up, stays on his feet, and he worked hard for those 3 yards. It'll be second down and 7.
Yeah, in the stats, it's going to show a 3-yard gain, but again, I mean, he just kept his feet moving, kept bouncing, and got maximum yards off of what would have been a busted play.
Great run by Kobe Bradley. He gets a break after that, a much-deserved break. Orion Pugh in for the Raiders. In motion is Scales. Tolly and McShann, 2 receivers near side. They give to Jalen Scales. Jalen Scales running right side, turns the corner, and he gets the first down. Jalen Scales, who had 2 huge receptions on the ending drive of the second quarter, just picked up a first down for the Raiders.
Yeah, exciting young player. What I watched on that play was our offensive line. We had at least 2 pancakes, and those guys don't get a lot of credit, but if they can continue to keep working that defensive front of Batesville, we're going to get some points.
Alan Campbell, Ryan Crawford, Cooper Williams, Jacob Tarpley, Moses Williams. You're exactly right. They're the unsung heroes of any football team, including this Nettleton Raider team. And they don't get enough credit, that's for sure. Cameron Scarlett runs right side, and he has a gain of 8 before he's brought down. It's going to be second down, and we'll call it a gain of 7, second down and 3.
Yeah, again, we're getting a push up front, and you know, I know that Coach Pitts is excited about what this drive's looking like so far with the offensive line coach, but our boys need to keep leaning on them. Batesville's susceptible to giving up some points, so we just need to keep the pedal to the floor right here.
Scales and Bradley in the backfield. They give to Bradley. Bradley wrestles his way down to the 40-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 1. It'll bring up third down and 2 for the Raiders. And you would think they'd be in 4-down territory right here, Coach, but
yeah, you'd think they'd have to be, you know, or pin them deep. But let's go ahead and get this first down right here, and we don't have to worry about it.
They need to make it a moot point by just getting the first down. That's for sure. Tolley, McShann, Scales, wide left. Bo Smith lined up as the tight end. Bradley in the backfield. The give is to Bradley. He waits and watches a hole develop, tries to go through it. He is going to be stopped short of the first down. It'll be 4th down and 1 after a gain of 1.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens here. It'll be interesting. Looks like we're going to go more of a power package here. Jordan Pigram has come in to give us an extra lineman. Looks like McShann stepped off, so we'll see. We're going to a heavy set here, and we'll see what we got up our sleeve.
Bo Kid Smith lined up in the slot right side behind Pigram. In motion is Scales. Cameron Scarlett running right side. He's got the first down where that the big right side over there, Jordan Pigram and Jacob Tarpley, Moses Williams. That was a nice run, good conversion for the Raiders.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a well-designed play. We went heavy. Batesville didn't sub to go heavy in return, and we had too many big boys up front. Nice run by Cameron, first down.
Kyle Tolley near side, Twins right. Bo Kid Smith in the slot. Kobe Bradley in the backfield. Cameron Scarlett is tripped up as he elected to keep the ball. He might have fallen forward and got back to the line of scrimmage, so it'll be second down and 10.
Yeah, that looked like a little bit of a busted play, maybe a little confusion. Thankfully, we didn't lose any yards. Looks like Bates was going to bring pressure here. At least they showed it.
Scarlett saw it too, Coach, and he is audibling at the line of scrimmage. Kobe Bradley to his right side, trips left. Ken Warren McShann, the lone receiver, far side. Give to Bradley. Bradley looking for a hole, not finding any, and he is brought down at the 39-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 2. It'll bring up third down and 12.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he should have tucked it up or cut up inside right there. I think there might have been a little bit of a gap. He bounced it, and there's just too many Pioneers over on this side. Sets up a big third down, a long third down. Probably going to see a pass of some sort right here.
2 receivers spread left. Jalen Scales and Kyle Tolley. Bo Kid Smith in the slot, and Ken Warren McShann far side. Kobe Bradley, the back. Pass intended for Kyle Tolley. That's got to be pass interference down there. It looked like Tolley was being held, but no flag, so incomplete pass, and it's going to bring up 4th down and 12.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he had a little bit of space. It looked like the D-back may have grabbed his right arm there and prevented him from going up after the football, but no flag, so it's 4th down. Looks like we're going to leave the quarterback on the field. That doesn't mean he's not going to punt it. But our offense is still out on the football field.
4th down and 12 from the 38-yard line, which is probably about the average starting field position for the Pioneers tonight. Scarlett to pass. He is nearly intercepted, but it's incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Bates, the Nettleton opening drive of the second half, stalls out. Batesville takes over 1st and 10 from their own 38.
Yeah, they do, and we did some good things on that drive. I actually wish that the Batesville kid would have held on to that football. We'd have backed him up even more, but could have been like an arm punt. But nonetheless, got some first downs. Now we just need to get us a stop to stay in this football game.
Third quarter action, 6:35 on the clock. And Batesville, who's had just a power attack all night long. Now they are running from the spread, from the gun. And that is number 2. That's Jace Doherty. We've called his name several times tonight. He scored earlier on a 7-yard run. He has a first down for the Pioneers across midfield.
Yeah, they run a little bubble screen right there, and it was well executed. Had us outnumbered, and actually I think his own guy, he ran right up his back. If he would have cut one way or the other, he may have been running all the way to that checkerboard down there.
First and 10, Livingston goes back under center, gives to the tailback, the old power I formation. Doniquius Willis wrestles him down. It'll be gain of 3. It'll be second down to 7.
Yeah, that was a good play out of the linebacker spot by DJ. He did a good job on the read. They got 3 yards, but if we can just make a stop here and get them in the long third downs, they've been a lot stronger when they've had short field to work with on first and second down.
Speaking of DJ, want to say a shout out to one of the great Nettleton Raiders of all time, DJ, who was an NTV star last year.
Yeah,
Coach,
yeah.
DJ Devlin.
Probably known more for his NTV stardom than he is his football career, but great kid.
Oh, I'd hope to think that DJ Devlin is watching tonight, watching the Raiders. You know, he's supporting the gold and black. Raider pride, very much a big part of DJ's life.
Absolutely.
Gain of 6. It's going to be third down and a
here
long
they come.
one.
Watch the push they get up front.
Yeah, Livingston just follows that big offensive line, and they got a good couple of 3-yard push, and he gets the first down. They scored 2 touchdowns in this game on that very play.
Yeah, they had one lineman lost his shoe there. He's wrestling with his cleat.
So first and 10 Pioneers from the Raider 37-yard line. 4 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And you would think that Coach King would want that clock to run with his team up 24-6.
Yeah, and they score here, they're going to put us against the wall. So we need to figure out a way to try to stop them. And
big gain. They gashed us again for. See where they spotted. I believe he's out of bounds past the sticks. That's going to be a first down. And this Batesville Pioneer offense has been tough for us to stop tonight, Coach.
Yeah, just so many interchangeable parts. Again, another running back there. I believe that was 31. You've got 2, 31, 24. A lot of these kids can carry the football with a lot of athleticism and speed.
I formation, fullback in motion. They give to the tailback, and nice block on the outside there for the Pioneers. It's going to be a gain of probably 8. Second down and 2 for Batesville.
Yeah, once again, it's just been impressive. They get in the eye, they go power, a lot of the power sweeps and things like that, and they haven't made any mistakes. So maybe we can get a mistake. They haven't put it on the ground yet, and they fumbled. They had 2 or 3 turnovers last week. So hopefully they've got a couple more of those turnovers coming up. They're due.
Batesville definitely played a very clean game here tonight as far as turnovers go. Right up the chute, and that is a touchdown, Batesville. Taylor Doherty with his second touchdown of the night. It comes with 3:48 here in the third quarter. That young man just keeps those legs moving, Coach.
Yes, he does. And another senior, if you look talking about these 3 or 4 running backs that they use, I believe they're all seniors. There may be one junior in there, but definitely some big, strong, fast young men. And Batesville just played a good football game so far tonight.
So Medina is out to attempt the point after kick. This young man has been flawless tonight. The kick is up, and it is through the orange uprights. And the Pioneers take a 31-6 lead with 3 minutes and 48 seconds here in the third quarter.
Yeah, it's that's unfortunate, but I haven't seen a lot of quit in these boys, yet this season, and you know, we come back down and get a score here, and you know, again, Batesville, this team has turned the football over 2 or 3 times a game in their first couple ball games, and so maybe we can get a turnover or two. But it starts with this drive, and we need to get a score. We need to get some points. We need to get a little bit of our mojo back, you know, so we can keep fighting and keep playing hard.
Well, you said something there that the Raiders have not quit this year, and that's for dadgum sure. These young men, they play hard, well coached, and just a good group of kids. Very proud to know them. Got a lot of them in my class, Coach, and they are yes sir, no sir, very respectful, hard workers. And I tell you, there's things, and I know both of us have sons on this team. There's things that these young men are learning about playing this great sport that you can't learn in the classroom.
Absolutely right, and that goes back into this weird year. I'm so thankful that we're playing football because so many life lessons are learned out here, and good young men being molded and coached by some fine role model type coaches, and we're blessed. We're blessed with a great coaching staff and good teammates and good players.
So thankful that my son is getting to be around great guys like Coach Stephen Hampton, Coach Blake Tennyson, Coach Clint Wilson, Coach Pitts, Coach Moss, just a great group of guys on that coaching staff. The kick goes out of bounds. That'll be an illegal procedure call. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Raiders on the 35-yard line.
That'll be the first mistake that Mr. Medina has made tonight, so maybe that's a sign of things to come. Maybe
so.
The tide is turning.
Maybe Uncle Mo is meandering over to the Raider sideline.
I think he's heading that way.
Because he's been on the Batesville sideline since about midway through the first quarter.
He has. He really has.
You got to give Batesville credit. They have played a great game tonight.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's been a clean football game on both sides. Not much laundry on the field, and you know, it just seems like that both teams are executing. Not a lot of flags, and you know, Batesville's they've just done really, really well with what they're trying to do, and it's kept it pretty simple.
Bo Smith and Kobe Bradley in the backfield with Scarlett. He gives to Bradley. He's across the 40. He's thrown down to the 39-yard line. That'll be a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, another good hard run by Colby. He just keeps putting pressure on Batesville, and hopefully he'll pop one soon.
One receiver near side. Twins out, spread right. The give is to Bradley, and Bradley is wrestled down, and he is thrown for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down and 10 after the loss of 3 right there.
Yeah, again, that's just you know, that's unfortunate. That time our seems like our offensive line and our tight end just kind of got blown up on that side, and Kobe never had a chance. So big play here. We'll get 5 yards for that, hopefully.
I guess he
got back.
Got back. So I think that they may have changed that rule, Coach. I remember in times past that if in high school football, if a guy gets in the neutral zone like that, they go ahead and throw the flag. But that must be one of the rule changes this year because he went across, but he got back, and so no flag. Scarlett throwing downfield intended for Scales, and it is incomplete as the Pioneers had 3 gray jerseys on Jalen Scales.
Yeah, they did, and it was a nice thrown ball. I mean, he put it right where he wanted it. The problem with that was there were 3 gray shirts around it. It looked like that Tolly perhaps was open short here, but Scarlett was wanting to throw for that 1st down. You can't blame him for trying. You know, another good effort by Scales, but it puts us in a 4th down.
So Justin Livingston comes out to punt. Good snap. Livingston gets it off. Let's hope for a favorable roll. Rolls down to the 22-yard line as the Raider goalie on the soccer team, Justin Livingston. And he's showing some skills with his feet tonight.
Yeah, he's been he's done a great job as a punter, I think. You know, he hasn't had any missed kicks or shanks or anything like that, and a kid who, as far as I know, hasn't ever punted until this year. So it's nice to see. You know, the Harding commit, Justin Livingston out there showing his skills that he probably learned on that's the pitch that they call it.
That's a fancy word for a field.
Yep, yeah, it is.
That was a card game whenever I grew up.
Yes, it was.
1st and 10 for the Pioneers. They back to passes Livingston, and he is hit. There's a fumble. He is hit by 74. That is Pegram, who caused a fumble. Let's see who's got it down there, Coach.
We need to win that wrestling match down there. Looks like we did.
It looks like we do. I'm just trying to see who comes up with it. That is Javante Wallace who come up with it. But how about that? Jordan Pegram forces the fumble, and that's that turnover we've been looking for.
It really is, and that's so good to see. You love to see that from Jordan. We've seen those explosive plays from him throughout his Pee Wee days all the way up until now. And if he can start putting 2 or 3 of those together per series, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
So big turnover, and the Raiders in business here, folks. They start off this drive inside the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. See if we can capitalize quick on that good fortune, that big play by Jordan Pegram. The Raiders sophomore. Kobe Bradley in the backfield. Scarlett fakes to Bradley, runs to about the 13-yard line. There is a flag on the play.
Yeah, and that came from the back judge there. I don't know if that was some extracurricular at the end of it.
He's closer to the defensive side, so let's hope it's coming from something he saw them do.
It looks like a block in the back.
It's going to be against us.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. It's a nice, tough run by Cameron. He had a good ball fake there, and I didn't see the block in the back, but that back judge had a great view of it, whatever it was.
So that'll – after the penalty, it will be replay of first down. It's going to be what looks like 1st and 13 for the Raiders. They have 3 receivers out wide right. Kobe Bradley in the backfield with Scarlett. Bo Kid Smith lined up as the tight end here near side. Now Scales joins in the backfield. Scarlett. Scales with a carry. Reverses field, looking for some room. And, boy, that is just a heck of an effort by Scales, but there was no getting away from big Justin Llewellyn, 6'5", 230 pounds, and he made a fine play right there.
Yeah, he did. A lot of effort by Jalen there, but I think you could put Jalen on top of Jalen on a big, long trench coat, and you may not be as tall as the Livingston kid. I mean, my goodness, or excuse me, the Llewellyn kid. He's a beast out there.
He's a big defensive end, and, boy, he's been a presence here tonight. 2nd down and very long for the Raiders. This drive started at the 19-yard line, and penalty and a big tackle for a loss. And we're going in the wrong direction. Let's see if we can't rectify that. Back to pass is Scarlett, looking downfield in the end zone. He's got Kyle Tolley and unable to haul it in. Yeah. Tolley was open and like it hit him in the breadbasket. But
it was been a tough catch, but a catchable ball. It was going away from him, but my gosh, that was a dime thrown right there by Cameron Scarlett. Nice play call, but for naught. But it was well designed, and Kyle, that was going to be a tough over the shoulder catch there. He just couldn't quite make it.
Would have been a circus catch for sure.
Yes, absolutely.
56 seconds remaining in the third quarter. It's 3rd down and long for the Raiders. Good to see Cameron Scarlett airing it out.
Yeah, he had a little time to throw. He's got a little time here too. Got a man.
Look at there. Oh, had Tolley unable to haul it in, so it's going to be an incomplete pass, and 3rd and long becomes 4th and long with 51 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Yeah, another well-designed play there. The line gave him time. That's all Cameron can ask for. He threw a nice ball, but great protection there by the offensive line. But the last 2 plays, great job O-line.
So 4th and long, the Raiders go back to work. Trips left. Got no doubt the Raiders are going to air it out again here, and it looks like they're going to – actually, Batesville calls a timeout to talk it over. We will take that timeout with them. There's 51 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Your score, Batesville 31, Nettleton 6. Big 4th down play coming up. You're watching Raider football on NTV.
Looking for a school can be like super overwhelming. You kind of have those fears as a parent that, oh my gosh, the school that I'm gonna pick, it's gonna determine their future and everything else. It's a big choice that you have because you wanna make sure you're gonna put them in a school where they can continue their whole journey. I'm really super glad we started at Nettleton. It was relief that we had found a school where we felt comfortable sending our child. I felt like any situation he'd get put into, he would be able to succeed.
And we welcome you back to Raider football on NTV. Big fourth down play coming up as the Raiders are looking at about a 4th down and 21-yard situation. That's the bad news. The good news is Cameron Scarlett is throwing the ball very well the last couple of plays, and so we'll see what the Raiders have dialed up after the timeout. Trips out left. One receiver out right. That's Ken Warren McShann, the lone receiver top side. Scarlett looking downfield.
Nice
it
ball.
It is complete to Jalen Scales, but he is tackled before he can get to the stick, so that's going to be a turnover on downs. I thought that Jalen might have been able to break that one tackle and get the first down, but good job by the Batesville secondary.
Yeah, it was a nice job by their secondary. I mean, it's one of those – it's a long shot play, but the third straight beautiful ball that Cameron has thrown, Jalen went up and got one in traffic going across the middle, and that's a scary thing for a young man to come across the middle. Made a nice catch, just a tough tough possession to try to go get 25 yards or so against this Batesville defense.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Pioneers. Nice job by the Raider defense, spreading out and keeping the Batesville tailback from turning the corner. He gains 1 yard, but it's 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, that's a nice play by the Raider defense, but just to show the depth of Batesville, 19 there. He's had a nice football game, scored a couple of touchdowns. He gets strung out right there. Well, what does he get to do? He gets to come over and get a drink of water, and they'll just plug another guy in.
Been very impressed with the stable of running backs that the Pioneers have been trotting out for sure. Been impressed with their offensive line as well. There's nothing fancy about what they're doing. It's just good old school smash mouth football.
Yeah, absolutely, and just very fundamentally sound. Just doing the little things, and I think that's what Dave King is kind of, that's his trademark, just doing the little things, and little things turn into big wins.
That's a recipe for success for sure. Batesville wins that quarter 7-0. That's the end of the third quarter. Fourth quarter coming up. You are watching Raider football on NTV.
Terry Gray, rice farming isn't a profession, it's a way of life. As owner of Delaplaine Seed Company, Terry's been the region's rice tech leader for more than a decade. In the summer, Terry's not behind a desk. He can be found in rice fields giving advice, or he can be on your farm helping you put more bushels in your tanks and money in your pocket. From securing your hybrid rice to free on-farm delivery, let Terry help you be more profitable this season. Delaplaine Seed Company.
And we welcome you back to Raider football on NTV as we're entering the fourth quarter. Batesville outscored Nettleton 10-6 in the first quarter. The second quarter, they outscored the Raiders 14-0, and then in the third frame, 7-0. So fourth quarter, the Raiders find themselves in a 31-6 hole. Batesville starts the quarter out with the ball, 2nd down and 9 from their own 15.
Yeah, and so the defense right here, you're playing. You're playing for pride, to be honest with you. And so we saw a big stop last time. Well, maybe we'll have a little bit of more of that. Jordan, I notice, is back in there and playing hard.
Nice tackle there by Raider senior Martise Buchanan. Gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 5, and it'd be nice for the Raider defense to get a quick stop here and go to work.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of seniors out there right now, and they don't have any quit in them. Our boys don't have any quit in them. That's been instilled, and still battling out there. Let's get this 3rd down and get the ball back to our offense.
Livingston
rolling out.
Rolling right side. Tucks it, decides to run, spins through a couple of Raider tacklers. It looked like there was a flag on the play. That was somebody over there on the Raider sideline that threw something. Fooled me. So it's going to be a 1st down for the Pioneers.
Yeah, and another good play by the Livingston kid. I've been very impressed by watching him play football tonight. Again, nothing fancy, just making plays. He made 2 men miss right there, and it'll be a Pioneer 1st down.
Eli Livingston, and he is a senior quarterback and plays with an awful lot of savvy. No relation to Justin Livingston.
Or Caleb Livingston.
Or Caleb.
Now, I don't know if maybe he and Justin are cousins. I don't know. But I don't think that he's kin to Coach Livingston there in Nettleton.
I know that Justin Livingston would like to introduce himself to Eli.
Yes, he would.
With his shoulder pads.
Yes, he would. Legally, of course.
Absolutely. Give up the middle, gain of 4, second down, and we'll call it second down and 6 for the Pioneers.
And I don't know how this thing will shake out, but I do know that Kobe Bradley's had a nice football game tonight. He's carried the ball more than anyone else on our team, and he's out there making tackles. Just keeps battling.
Got a FaceTime message from Coach Hampton during the halftime. He said there was an issue with his jersey. That's why he's wearing the strange number tonight.
Got it.
So
I understand.
Those things happen, and we apologize to Kobe Bradley, who had an excellent first quarter and didn't get any credit for it.
Yeah, but I bet his family knew who he was out there. So they know, and we know him now. He's had a nice football game, and it's setting up another big third down right here.
Javante Wallace and Jorge Salas on the stop. It's going to be third down and 3. A couple of guys on the Raider defensive line who have battled hard tonight for sure against a very good Batesville offensive line. Power sweep left, and he has got a first down and then some. He's across the 50, the 40. Juan Badillo made a valiant effort, but into the end zone, number 31. That is Ethan Ridgel.
Yeah, and that's a heck of a run, but it was well executed because all night long when they've gone quick, what have they done? They've gone right up the gut at us on the quick. That time they faked that and went sweep outside and just caught us sleeping a little bit, and then once he turned the corner, he was off to the races. Ridgel's a good football player.
Made a fantastic run right there for sure. Showed a lot of power and speed and good vision down the field. That brings Medina in, the funky cold one, as he's done all night long with impeccable accuracy. Splits the uprights, and it makes the score Batesville 38, Nettleton 6 with 9:30 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, another well-executed, nice, strong drive by the Pioneers. We had them in third down at least twice and had a shot, but they just executed and they put more points on the board. So now it's our turn to answer. Now we're playing for pride, and I have no doubt that the boys will play all the way to the final horn. They always do.
We're 9 minutes and 30 seconds away from that. Want to tell everybody it's been a month since we've had a home football game, Coach, but the Raiders will return to Raider Field for the first time ever. They're going to play a football game next Friday night, a varsity high school football game against the Brooklyn Bearcats.
Yeah, and I think that could be a budding rivalry for us.
Yes.
I know that we've had Valley View as somewhat of a rival, but since they're not, it's a situation where they're in our conference or not in our conference, this and that, and it's always been a lot of fun when we play Valley View. The same thing with Jonesboro with the volleyballs and basketballs. But I think Brooklyn, as they keep growing, I think that they're going to be here to stay. I think they may be in our league in all sports. And, it's a young football program, but I'm excited. I think that we will have Friday Night Lights much similar to this next Friday night at Raider Field.
Should be a great atmosphere, so plan Raider fans to be at Raider Field next Friday night. 7 o'clock is kickoff as Nettleton and Brooklyn tee it up in Conference 5A East action. That was what I would consider to be a good trade for Nettleton. They got rid of Blyville, got Blyville out of the league. That sounded a little bit harsh. Blyville dropped down to 4A, and they got Brooklyn moving up. Blyville always so tough against us.
Always so tough, and then if you look at it from a sports business standpoint, you got to figure that the gates will always be better when Brooklyn comes to town.
Absolutely.
But I know they've built that program from the ground up, and they got more kids out than they ever have. They were very competitive. I think they maybe made the state playoffs last year in 4A. If not, they were knocking on the door. And I think that it's going to be exciting. These boys, just like with the Valley View and Jonesboro kids, they know those Brooklyn kids. And I do want to remind everybody to pay attention to the school's social media and the emails and the websites to see ticket information and how you get your hands on a ticket for next Friday night.
Oh, Ryan Pugh gains 2, makes it 2nd down and 8. They give it to Pugh again. Running left side, good vision by Pugh, and he is a gain of, looks to be about 5. We'll call it 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, strong run by Ryan right there. He hasn't had his usual workload this week, but it's good to see him out there late, still working hard, and that was a good strong run right there by Ryan.
Scales and Tolley split wide right. Bo Kid Smith in the slot. Scales in motion. Kobe Bradley in the backfield with Scarlett. The give is to Bradley. He's
going to be close to that first down.
Yeah, forward motion is going to be real close to the first down marker. And it looks like the line judge is giving it to him.
Yeah, and that might have been a little generous, but Kobe ran hard. He got right to that line and then kind of got slingshotted backwards there. I think that's the right call by the white hat.
So the forward motion gives Nettleton a first down. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Raider 45-yard line. Cameron Scarlett with Kobe Bradley in the backfield with him. Scales in motion. Ken Warren McShann also split out wide right. Kyle Tolley and Bo Kid Smith to the left. The give is to Bradley. Bradley looking for a hole. Falls forward for a gain of a couple. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, he's ran hard all night. Starting to show a little bit of signs of fatigue, I believe, there, but who can blame him? But he's going to stay out there. He's going to compete. He's just going to he's not going to walk off the field until the coaches tell him to.
67 degrees and clear, just a perfect night for high school football. The give is to Bradley, and Bradley is met by a couple of those big defensive linemen. There's going to be no gain. It'll bring up 3rd down and long, 3rd down and 8 for the Raiders.
Yeah, it looked like that was number 81 back out there again. I mean, that kid, he's just a matchup problem. No matter if he's lined up over, it doesn't matter who on our team he's lined up over. He's a matchup issue.
It's like the Brooklyn Dodgers fans said about Stan Musial. There's that man again.
Yeah, exactly.
Justin Llewellyn, much of a man, and he has made a lot of plays out there on the defensive side for the Pioneers tonight. Scarlett back to pass, and he's looking to run. He's tripped up, falls to the 49-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and long for the Raiders. 6 minutes and 23 seconds on the clock and ticking, 6:20 right now. The Raiders going for it as it is desperate times calling for desperate measures here. 4th down and 7. Scarlett, twins left, twins right. Bradley in the backfield with him. Looking toward Coach Blake Tennyson, Coach Clint Wilson. One of them giving dummy calls, the other one giving the right call. I'm sure that's what's going on down there. From the gun, Scarlett has a little quick kick right there. So a nice punt by Scarlett, rolls inside the 10-yard line. You like to see that. Nice little strategery there.
Yeah, that was good stuff. I'm sure Cameron, if he had his choice, he would have preferred to probably use his arm and try to get that first down. But it gives Batesville a long way to go. We're looking to get a stop here and get the football back with some great field position.
5:41 remaining in this game as Batesville has a 38-6 lead over the Raiders. Nettleton scored in the first quarter on their, I guess that was their first drive they scored.
Yeah.
Is that correct, Coach?
They did, yeah. We answered their touchdown with a touchdown and have had some high points since, but
unable to stick it in the end zone.
Yeah.
Pioneer ball carriers stood up by a host of Raiders. Justin Livingston in on the stop. Martise Buchanan also down there. Big Jordan Pegram helping him up. That's a gain of 6. It's 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, and you'd like to see our defense get a 3-and-out right here. It looks like Batesville has gone to a lot of their twos. So, you can get the football back and give us something to build on for next week.
Kind of like last season. We had a disappointing season, didn't make the playoffs, but we ended it on a high note, beating Wynn.
Yeah.
And that hasn't happened very often in school history, us defeating Wynn, and that sent us into the offseason on a high note. I'd like to have a similar situation here tonight. Have something positive.
Absolutely. Just something positive to build on heading into a home game that, it's been so long since we played at home. They've truly been road warriors. And, so get a stop here. Let's get some points and get ready because, like I told you, I think off air, this game doesn't decide the state playoff seeding for us. We knew Batesville was tough. So, we just got to build on this and learn from it and move forward, and Brooklyn's the next opponent.
I saw the Brooklyn score. It was, I believe, 28-3 in the second quarter. Brooklyn playing Wynn tonight. Welcome to the 5A East, Coach.
Absolutely.
Here's the Wynn Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, here's your schedule. By the way, you get Wynn first.
Right off the bat. So God bless those boys for Brooklyn. Wynn is just very tough this year, and so you knew they were going to have a tough time with them. So they will be rolling into Nettleton next week as Batesville gets a first down, and should be a fun ball game next Friday night. Nettleton taking on Brooklyn, and it's a crosstown showdown.
Yep,
one of those games, anything can happen.
Absolutely. They're going to come bringing their A game. It's probably a Super Bowl type atmosphere.
Sure.
Coach John Profit, who
That's
coached
right.
at Nettleton for many years. He's over there.
He's the defensive coordinator.
running the defense. So, he's going to have those boys ready. There's no doubt.
Batesville running the I formation. New tailback in. That is Ethan Perez. He's brought down after a gain of a couple. Livingston and Kylan Gates, I believe, also in on the stop there. It's second down and 7 as the clock is at 3 minutes and 13 seconds. And Batesville obviously in run the clock out mode right here.
Yeah, and if you notice, we've seen Kylan Gates out there a little bit more than we've seen, the first couple games, and he's made a couple of nice plays. Another big kid, another sophomore that is just only going to get better from all this experience.
Second down and 7. A quick little counter right there. Good, tough run. He carries a couple of Raiders to the 35-yard line. That'll be a first down. I believe, Coach, if I'm not mistaken, that was Keaton Douglas.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was either he or Nathan Howard, one of the two. But whomever it was, that was a nice run.
The clock is at 2 minutes and 39 seconds and ticking. So Batesville, very impressive here tonight. Just one of the best high school programs in all of the state, 5A. They've been a power in 5A East for a long time, for sure. Coach, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, since 2000, we may have beaten them 3 times.
I think that's right. I was looking, and I think this is the 29th time we've played, and they've won 20 out of the 29. Now, we had won 2 out of the last 3.
Right.
When a Batesville Pioneer is in second or third grade, he's throwing that football underneath the bleachers over here, dreaming of playing on Friday nights for the Batesville Pioneers. And it's just a system. And, they always have great numbers. Numbers are key. And, they don't expect to do anything but win here. And they do more than they lose. There's no doubt about it.
Dave King has been here a long time.
Mm-hmm. He sure has.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, about 20 years. Do you know that for a fact, Coach?
Yeah, he has, and I'll tell you this, Coach King is, now he's definitely wanting to beat you, but he is a gentleman, and he does a good job. He wears 2 hats. He's the AD as well here at Batesville, and cares about other sports, but one of the best football coaches in the state, and that's not. Our league is full of great football coaches, and my gosh, we can start and stop with Coach Hampton. I mean, just one of the best, I guess you would say, young coaches, in the state of Arkansas.
Just a few years ago, he was a state coach of the year, 5A coach of the year.
Absolutely. And, to be the 5A coach of the year in our league, I think he averages right at 7 wins a year since he's been here. I think it's his 7th season. So, Coach Hampton's a great football coach, and we're a young team who's only going to get better. Every single snap that we're playing out here, we got kids learning and getting better, and the future's bright.
And no doubt about it, as we mentioned in the pregame show, Coach, that so many sophomores and juniors out there, and this is big-time valuable experience for them. I know it's disappointing driving back to Nettleton after taking a loss, but it's one of those things that's going to pay dividends for the rest of the season and next year whenever we are a much more experienced seasoned team.
Yeah, absolutely. And, as long as the boys approach it the right way, no one likes to get beat, but just learn from it. If you have the attitude that you either win or you learn, if you'll have that attitude, then you're gonna be successful in just about anything that you do.
Nobody goes through life undefeated, that's for sure. And that's one of those life
don't.
lessons you learn in the game of football. And when you lose a game, the crazy thing that happens, the next morning the sun shines, the birds sing, life just goes on. Like you said, you might not have won, but you learn.
Yep.
And that is the end of the ball game, as your final score is 38-6. Batesville with a big win over Nettleton. They moved to 1-0 in conference, 2-2 on the season. Nettleton drops to 2-2, and they are 0-1 in conference. But, Coach, I don't know if you've heard the news or not, but it was announced yesterday that every 5A team has made the state playoffs.
Yeah, it's a crazy scenario, but I think a team in the South wasn't able to play this week, and that's liable to hit any team in the East next week. You never know, but I think that it's a situation where everyone is eligible to play, and then you elect to whether or not you choose to play. So it may be a deal to where if you're down to 20 kids, you may not want to limp into the playoffs and run into a Pulaski Academy or a Little Rock Christian in the first round, and you elect not to play. But yeah, as it stands right now, the Nettleton Raiders are in the state playoffs.
They're in the state playoffs, and, of course, I fully expect that they're going to have a good seed in the playoffs, and they get their chance to get back on the winning track next week as Brooklyn rolls into Raider Field for the first time ever, and I hope that you're making plans to be there. Let's enter into the Consolidated Insurance postgame show, and then we'll wrap up the broadcast tonight. For all your insurance needs, contact my good friends Randy and Lana Johnson, Consolidated Insurance. They're the sponsors of our postgame show. Well, it was all Batesville here tonight. They scored early and often. They got on the board with 8:40 remaining in the first quarter, 7-0 on a Livingston quarterback sneak. Nettleton answered. Cameron Scarlett with an outstanding, about a 30-yard touchdown run, made the score 7-6. From then on, it was all Batesville. They outscored Nettleton 10-6 in the first quarter, 14-0 in the second quarter, 7-0 in the third, 7-0 in the fourth, and that set the final at 38-6. So tough night at Batesville, but the sun comes up tomorrow. The birds are going to sing, and the Raiders taking on the Brooklyn Bearcats next Friday night. So big chance for the Raiders to pull even 1-1 in Conference 5A East action, Coach.
Absolutely. And yeah, I'll just go back to you either win or you learn. And I think our boys learned a lot tonight. I think that obviously you come over here thinking we're going to win a football game, but we saw a lot of bright spots tonight. Kobe Bradley played probably his best game as a Raider. A lot of young guys out there, and I'm excited about the future of this team, and it starts next Friday night with a Brooklyn Bearcat bunch that a rival game, and I really think that we're going to see a lot of fireworks from the offense and defense of the Nettleton Raiders.
Looking forward to it for sure. And you mentioned something that kind of reminded me of how far this program has come, this Nettleton program has come. There was a time early in the 2000s when Nettleton played Batesville. There's no chance.
Yeah.
How bad are we going to get beat?
Yep.
And
you
hope
just try not to get
hurt.
embarrassed. Yeah.
Right. But now then we roll into Batesville thinking, we got a good shot of winning this game, and that speaks of how far that our program has come, and we should be very proud of that for sure. But the Raiders go down tonight, 38-6. And I want to say a shout-out to Chris Hutchison. Just sent me a message. KAIT Sports Director Chris Hutchison said, "Bless y'all for NTV. I rolled on the stream for Football Friday night. It looked great." So awesome. So
that's a little shout-out to your unsung heroes back here. I mean, my gosh, they work so hard. And I'll tell you this. I've never sat in this chair before, but to watch these guys and the work they put in and everything, that's just – it's amazing, and big shout out to y'all, Nux, everything else. I know we can't high five or nothing, but you guys, y'all killed it.
Outstanding. They need to have their name called out as well. Ryan Bell, who's our director extraordinaire, always does a great job. We appreciate Ryan. And on camera tonight was Sarah Earns and Becca Tibbs, and they did a fantastic job as well. These are young people. They got all kind of other things they can be doing on a Friday night, but they elect to serve by bringing Raider football to Raider Nation, and that's a great thing for our school. I really do appreciate these great young people. Ryan Bell, Sarah Earns, and Becca Tibbs, our crew. Coach Smith, great job tonight, man. I will say that my expectations were low coming in.
As were mine.
But I'll be dang, you sounded great, and you did a fantastic job. I really appreciate you calling color tonight.
Well, thank y'all for having me, and if ever the need arises again, and you try 7, 8, 9 guys, then I'll be happy to fill in because I'm going to be here anyway.
You'll be there at the bottom of the barrel waiting for me.
That's exactly right.
Love it. For Coach Jason Smith, my name is Craig Miller. Thank you for watching the broadcast tonight. We'll do it again next week. Brooklyn at Nettleton. We'll see you then. Good night, everybody. Raider Pride is justified. Raider Pride forever.
Alma mater, alma mater, heed our parting song. Honor, truth, and joy attend thee. We have loved thee long. Alma mater, ever rise.